Sports update with Trusted Trader. Find top-notch tradespeople in your area, all who pass the Trusted Trader 15-point assessment.
Talk Sport.
Good afternoon with your sports headlines. I'm Will Hobbs. The head of UEFA's referees has said he thinks VAR is being used too much across Europe, and he's called the referee bosses of Europe's top 5 leagues for a meeting to take place in the summer. Roberto Rossetti says refs have forgotten the reason why VAR was introduced and says it's become too microscopic rather than being used for obvious errors. Meanwhile, a number of European clubs have called on UEFA to change the Champions League rules and allow teams from the same country to draw each other in the league phase. They say it's unfair the Premier League teams don't play each other, meaning some teams have to play 2 Premier League sides in the league phase. But as Ali McCoist has pointed out, it hasn't affected the knockout stage.
The English sides that got knocked out, right? Chelsea, Newcastle, Spurs, Man City, right? Between them, 28 goals they lost, 3.5 a game. That's appalling.
talkSPORT's Henry Winter says we could still have an all-English final, though that's a long shot, but he says watching Lamine Yamal and Kvaratskhelia has made him think.
It's the superstar players that we don't seem to have attracted. Maybe some of them just look at the workload, the fatigue, no winter break, and think, well, if I want to be delivering for my country in the summer, it might make sense just to sort of stay in Spain or go elsewhere.
Elsewhere, Liam Rossini says Enzo Fernandez is committed to Chelsea, despite saying we'll see when asked about his future after the PSG trouncing. The Iranian Football Federation says they have no intention of pulling out of the World Cup, but they will boycott America. That's despite all 3 of their group games for the World Cup having been scheduled in the US. And Igor Tudor has been charged by the FA after comments he made about the referee Thomas Bramall following defeat at Fulham. Tudor accused Bramall of being a home referee.
Talk Sport News.
The COVID inquiries found an almost complete collapse of the NHS during the pandemic, and the PM says he and allies are ready to help make sure ships can pass safely through the Strait of Hormuz. Emma has more at 5:30.
talkSPORT weather with QuickFit. The season's changing, so get your car's shim pads and studs checked for spring with a free vehicle safety check. Book in centre or at quickfit.com today.
Temperatures still above average, slightly down on yesterday. Some drizzle in the north of England and Scotland, but a sunny and dry evening elsewhere.
Hello, good afternoon. Happy Thursday, everyone. Welcome to Drive on talkSPORT with me, Andy Goldstein, and the ever-ready Darren here, by the way. It's Darren Bent.
Darren here, by the way. Darren Bent.
I just told him that.
Easy.
Yeah, sunshine.
Not bad, you.
But, Jingo, we've got a show for you today. We'll look back on a horror second half of Newcastle at the new camp. 7 goals conceded on the night. So does Eddie Howe have the credentials for the Champions League? Harry Kane became the first Englishman to score 50 Champions League goals last night with I can only describe as an absolute humdinger. Is he the best footballer in the world right now? British heavyweight, our mate, the Midnight Train, Richard Riakporhe. He joins us on today's show. And, of course, we'll bring you this week's Drive World Wide with Kevin Attard. All that. There can't be more than that. There is. Shut your face. We'll look ahead to tonight's European action and what's happening. Benty returns. It's Thursday. So get your voice notes in. You know what to do. 03717 223344. That's the number as well for you to be a part of today's Drive Time show with me, Andy Goldstein, and him over there, the sneaker freak. Darren in, by the way, Darren Bent.
And of course it's the boot room, and I have a peach of a chat for you today. It's about boot.
I'm led to believe more boot room madness. Is it fresh? Is it new? Oh, it's new, fresh boot room.
Hey Jack, do you know what? Do me a favour. Get some get some good stuff in there, yeah?
Good work. There is no good stuff. How long are you on there for? 2 years. There is no good stuff. How are you all?
I'm very good, Andy. How are you?
Well, I'll be honest, Darren. I've not told you this. I've saved this for the show. I'm okay now. We had last night a catastrophe at home. I've not told you this.
What about hair product?
No, worse. Not necessarily bad for me. It was bad for me, but the kids, for them last night, horror show. The Wi-Fi didn't work.
Oh my goodness.
I got in.
Panic stations.
As I walked through the door, my eldest, not hello daddy, my eldest, Wi-Fi's down. And I went, can I get through the door first? Okay, yeah. Little one comes down, not little anymore, but come on. No Wi-Fi. And I went, can I walk in? Right. Let's get in. Something to eat. If you fix the Wi-Fi, by the way, I get a text.
Yeah.
A text from my 14-year-old who's upstairs. Can't bother to come down. A text. I'm downstairs. Is the Wi-Fi working? So I text back. Can you come down if you want to talk to me?
Yeah.
Comes down. Oh, is it? Because I can't get. No, it's not. It's not us. It's Virgin. It will be fixed. Just wait.
Yeah.
This morning, first thing. No Wi-Fi. Still not ready.
So what did you watch last night on TV?
That's a very good question. We had stuff on the planner already saved.
Yeah.
You've got Sky Glass, right?
So if Wi-Fi goes down,
You're in a world of trouble. I've got stuff saved on my planner. I'll tell you what. I was watching the football, but Mrs. G was watching the end of. I gave up on that. What's that program called with the woman from Yellowstone?
Oh, the Salt Marsh.
Yeah, I gave up. Episode 3. Nothing was happening slowly. I thought, no, not for me.
It's slow, man.
Yeah.
And even I watched all the episodes, and even at the end, I'm a bit like, what have I just watched?
Yeah, I gave up. She was watching it.
Football was good though, but no, do you know what? I bet that was quite nice though. No Wi-Fi.
Well, it was up until every 4 minutes. I'd like, still not working.
Just relax. Listen, you should have hit him with the. You should have hit him with the. When we was younger, there was no such thing as Wi-Fi.
I know. I'm gonna have to use my data up. Oh my god! Don't use your data up.
Honestly, kids nowadays.
You got to wait till the end of the month.
Don't know they're born, do they?
No, they don't know they're born. They don't know they're born.
Honestly,
end of the world.
No Deliveroo. No, back when I was growing up, no Uber Eats, nothing.
I talk to Deliveroo with my daughter. You know, have you heard of this bubble tea that they all have, the kids?
It's not supposed to be good for you. That's supposed to be bad for you.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's going to be sugary, right? It's what they all have.
Yeah.
Came down the other week, like 2 Sundays ago. I might have told you this. I can't remember. Can I order a bubble tea on Deliveroo? I went, how much is it? She went, a tenner.
Yeah.
And I went, you expect me to pay £10 for someone to knock at the door and hand you an unhealthy drink? Yeah. No, if you want to buy it out your own money, you can buy it. I'm not paying. Oh, it's £10 though. Honestly.
Do you know what's mad, right? I don't know when it's changed. I don't know what it was like for you growing up, but for me, right? First of all, living with my mum and dad, then living with my mum, right?
Yeah.
You know, dinner time. There's no.
Oh, what's dinner? Like evening.
Yeah, evening dinner, right? There was no selection. Whatever mum cooked and put on the table.
There's no menu.
What? All of a sudden, how have I allowed this to change?
Yeah. Totally. It's a great call.
Why am I asking my kids, what do you want to eat?
Yeah.
There was a time where I'd get up in the morning, whatever's on the table for breakfast is what I'm eating.
Yep.
Right? Lunchtime, same. Dinner, I wouldn't be going to mum, what's for dinner? When I sit at the table, whatever landed in front of me is what I'm eating.
Did you have to eat it all?
Yeah, of course you did.
Yeah, see, I get this. This is what I get. Everyone in the gallery's nodding. This is what I get, right? The kids will go, finish, and I go, well, you've not eaten. Well, I'm full now. Okay, all right, well, you're not having rubbish later on. Hour and a half later.
Back in the cupboard.
Walks into the kitchen.
Yeah.
Opens it, what are you doing? Is there any crisps or any chocolate?
Yeah.
Didn't eat your dinner.
Honestly, I don't know when that changed. Like, how am I going to like a restaurant?
All right, so get this. Sorry, while we're on the subject, right? I had a scream up with my 14-year-old the other day, right?
I bet you didn't win that.
Of course.
Oh, sorry, just quickly before we continue.
Yeah.
Do they still put their phones on the table in the morning?
No, I used to do the phone. So at night, it's about 10:30, maybe 11 o'clock, one night last week, I walked into our bathroom with my top off, like I had my pyjama bottoms on, my top off, and I said to her, I can't remember, you brush your hair, whatever. She went, yeah. And then I heard this other voice.
FaceTime.
I
Honestly.
went, who's that? And she went, I'm on the phone. And I went, look at me. I'm getting ready for bed. What's that all about?
Yeah.
FaceTime only in your room.
Honestly,
walking around the house with her mate.
I promise you.
Honestly, the world we live in now is gone.
Same with my stepdaughter. Same thing. All the time. Like, I wake up in the morning.
Yeah.
And I'm getting the boys ready, getting off for school, and I can hear a voice at like 7 a.m.
Who's that?
I'm like, what are you doing? Like, just get ready for college or work.
I don't want to sound too old, but when we were young, we'd come home from school, and that would be the last time we see our friends until the next day.
The next day. No,
and we got on with life.
It's like they need 24 hours contact.
Yeah.
But you know, I need to start changing that. I don't understand it because how have my house turned into a restaurant? What would you like for dinner?
Yeah.
When did that happen?
Yeah. The restaurant is closed. The chef has gone home.
Yes. You will eat now, jacket potato. Yeah. That's all there is.
Can I just do a Deliveroo? Can I?
Yeah, honestly.
Well, that's our rant over with. We're off now. Should we start today's show?
Yeah,
I think we shall. We've got lots coming up. A bit later on, we will be... Oh, Richard Riakporhe's on. I should talk about Richard Riakporhe on the Midnight Train. We love Richard. Bizarrely, I was thinking about him the other night when we were talking about... Because he's fighting on the undercard in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, because he was on the undercard. Was it the Ben Eubank 2?
Yes. Yeah, I mean, the beast there. Because he's now fighting a heavyweight.
Yeah.
And I thought, I must text him, but I didn't have to because producer Joe, when I walked in and said, Riakporhe's on. That's good. We'll talk about Harry Kane in the middle hour.
Yeah, unbelievable goal, wasn't it?
I mean, now he has to win us the World Cup.
Yeah,
he has to win us the World Cup. So we'll be talking about Harry Kane a bit later on and all the other stuff that's coming up. Oh, and WhatsApp Bentley. If you know what to do with WhatsApp Bentley, get involved. 0371 722 334. If not, don't worry, I'll explain a bit later on. We're going to start with Newcastle. They crashed out of Europe after losing 8-3 on aggregate to Barcelona last night. So is Eddie Howe a Champions League manager or not?
Given away by Jacob Ramsey. Rafinha's clear! A magnificent 7 for Barcelona. That goal was a gift. It is a humbling for Newcastle in Catalonia.
Their season is effectively over. They're not going to make Champions League football next season. He should offer his resignation. Doesn't mean it has to be accepted.
As good as the attacking performance was, the defending was dreadful for 90.
We're years ahead of where we should be. We shouldn't even be in the Champions League yet. We're building a programme.
Newcastle out of the Champions League after being hammered 7-2 in the second leg against Barca last night, despite only being 3-2 down at half-time, thanks to 2 goals from Anthony Elanga. But a terrible defending in the second half meant it finished 8-3 on aggregate. Eddie Howe spoke afterwards. He was asked how his side will recover from that.
Yeah, I've got no problems picking myself up. It's more the players. I'm able to move quite quickly through things and the game and the review process to then think of the future very quickly. Now it's all about Sunderland. It's not about what's happened today. It's about learning from today and evolving and changing if we need to. But it's about the next game and making sure we're mentally ready, physically ready for what's going to be a huge game for us and for the whole city. So I think that's quite a good game for us to go straight into, because there's no time for any other thought than that one.
What did you make of it? We heard Adrian Durham there, the GOAT, saying that he should offer his resignation.
Yeah, I don't agree with that.
You don't?
No, I don't agree with that. I mean, you look at what he's done, his body of work since he's been Newcastle manager. And I know you can't just keep living in the, like, what has he done for me in the past? It's about what is he doing for me lately. But I just think for Eddie Howe, Newcastle being back in the Champions League has been brilliant. He's brought a trophy to that football club as well. Yes, maybe potentially this season they're not having their best of seasons. They've just gone out of the Champions League to a very good Barcelona team, right? They're currently 9th in the Premier League, which isn't bad. If they win their next game and results go their way, they could be up to 7th, so they're back in Europe anyway.
Yeah.
I just think it's a little bit over the top. Like he's almost hamstrung with the PSR, the financial fair play, so that's not helping Newcastle either.
Yeah.
And I think he's done a good job. Like it's to offer his resignation, I think it's poor, and also I almost feel like he's squeezing every last ounce out of this squad.
I agree.
Who else is going to do that? Like you could name managers like Jose and people like that who are top managers, but Jose's not building that team. He needs to spend money to be able to bring these players in.
Yeah, and also that side needs time.
It needs time.
Jose never has time. He's a checkbook manager. He goes in, buys the best.
And to win now.
Yeah.
And I think Eddie Howe's doing a great job. So I really think it's a little bit harsh and over the top on Eddie Howe.
I agree with you.
And I think he's done a good job. I think most Newcastle fans, that clever, smart Newcastle fans, would say, what are we talking about? This shouldn't even be in question. They're currently sitting in 9th. They still could. They're not going to finish in the Champions League spot. That's not happening. But if Newcastle finish in some form of Europe again, that's more European football again for them. I
totally agree with you. They've won the League Cup. Mm-hmm. They've got Champions League football twice now. Yeah. I can't think of a better manager than Eddie Howe at Newcastle.
Newcastle not winning the league.
No. And also, I did actually ask my Billy for a list, but he hasn't. Maybe he's forgot. Of spend, like net spend, over maybe the last 5 or 10 years compared to current league standings. I would imagine that Newcastle are round about where they should be for the amount of money they spend compared to other clubs in the Premier League.
Probably,
right?
yeah. I mean,
so the expectation levels for Newcastle, I think if I was a Newcastle fan, if I was nicking a trophy and I was getting Champions League football every so often, and I was knocking on the door of success, and more is to come, I'd be over the moon with the way they are going. They're certainly going in the right direction.
I mean, I've got details from just this season alone.
Okay.
This season alone. So the top was, in terms of expenditure, was Liverpool, obviously. With a broken Newcastle were 5th on that list. Okay. So they were above the likes of Man United.
He might need to see 3 years. 1 year is not really relevant.
So, I mean, at the minute they're only giving me... Okay, hold on. Let's go.
What button can you press?
Do you know what? Let's go back to 2022-23 till now.
Okay, that's good.
Or do you want to go back a bit further?
No, 4 years is fine.
Yeah.
I was going to go 3. 4 years is perfect.
Okay, let's
press send.
Display selection.
Okay.
Here we go.
Okay.
Right.
But by the way, thanks Billy for this.
Yeah. So basically now you're talking to Chelsea, 1.7 billion euros.
Okay, in 4 years.
Right, yeah. City 2nd, Man United 3rd, Tottenham 4th, Liverpool 5th, Arsenal 6th, Newcastle 7th. So
Newcastle are where they will be if they win this weekend and results go their way.
Yeah, 7th. So I'm not quite sure where else they expect to be.
No, me neither. Unbelievable. Arsenal were down on that list.
What 6th?
Yeah, that's unbelievable.
Why is that unbelievable?
Well, you're top of the league. I'm just saying it's usually where you are. Man, who's fifth there? Liverpool fifth.
Liverpool fifth,
so it's pretty close to where it should be, right?
Yeah, so Newcastle, you're looking at their expenditure.
Yeah.
It's roughly, do you know what's quite high on this list? Wolves, they're 10th. And fair, Forest and West Ham are quite big.
Yeah.
But I think he's doing a great job. For offensive coordination is crazy.
Yeah, I agree. Newcastle fans, you're very passionate and you always phone up and have your say on national radio. I'd love to hear from you this afternoon. We're taking your calls about Eddie Howe. Is he a Champions League manager? Is he good enough?
That's an asked question as well, harsh.
Well, what is a Champions League manager?
No.
I didn't say Champions League winning manager. He's obviously not, but
he obviously is a Champions League manager, right?
Yeah, I agree. Newcastle fans would take your calls right after this. Get involved. My switchboard is clear, waiting for you to dial. So if you dial now, you'll be next. 03717223344. Dial that magical number. You can have your say live on Drive on talkSPORT right after this.
How have they gone from Club World Cup champions to men against boys? Because that's what that was.
Well, some would argue that was a game where PSG were not the PSG of the cup final that they played 2 months earlier in the Champions League, or a slightly under-aroused PSG that might have not been as motivated by this tournament. Danny will have you believe that this is a meaningless tournament that has no merit in it whatsoever. So when you're comparing the efficacy of a World Club Championship against the deep-seated meaning and the orthodoxy of the Champions League, you might be comparing apples with oranges.
I think, to be fair to Chelsea, in isolation, this two-legged tie against PSG, for 65 minutes in the first leg, Chelsea were really good and competitive, yeah? And there wasn't that much between the two teams. The obvious lack of experience at centre-half and the problems at goalkeeper are evident, and Carra spoke about this on the night brilliantly. This has been coming. You know, they're not great defensively. They have moments where they can concede chance after chance. Some that's not been addressed for a while, since Thiago Silva's left. Now, 2 games against Arsenal they've lost. 2 games against PSG they've lost. There's a gap, no doubt. The disappointing thing, I think, is more so, and where the disgruntlement has come from a group of Chelsea fans, or some, is Leeds at home, draw. Burnley at home, draw. Newcastle at home, lose. That is a build-up of poor performances and bad discipline and sendings off.
Yeah.
And the question marks are inevitable. The question marks are inevitable when you have a run of form where you're not beating the likes of Leeds and Burnley at home and you're getting spanked by PSG.
So you say there's a gap. How big is the gap? And why is there still a gap? Because they're 4 years into this project.
the world. Great tune.
The Drifters.
Is it the Beach Boys? Is it? It's the Beach Boys. Thanks, chat. Sharma talkSPORT, me, Andy Goldstein. Darren Bent alongside to the come. We're hearing your questions in What's Happening, Bentley. Your chance to ask Benny anything you want. The weirder, the better. Think outside the box, all right? Ironically, what he never did. Just send us a WhatsApp voice note 03717223344.
Great group. The OJs.
The OJs.
Jack, darling, baby. OJ's next.
Go a bit Rolling Stones. I heard that.
No. OJ's next.
Yeah, maybe not. I heard that in the canteen earlier on, and I thought Rolling Stones.
Why do you think that? It's pretty random.
I heard. Did you not hear the first part of my? I heard them in the.
Oh no, I thought you said I was down 14. I just want to play Rolling Stones.
Oh no, I heard them. They were playing it.
Okay, nice.
All right, Rolling Stones. Better than your OJ, whatever it's called.
The OJs.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Look at this classic tune.
Is this the OJs?
Yeah.
Oh right, fine, okay. What else they sing?
Darling, baby. Banger. Do.
Just quickly, Liverpool have opened an investigation into how the Galatasaray winger Lang severely injured his thumb. Or did you see that colliding with an advertising board? Did you see that?
No.
There was an incident years ago where a player, this is horrific, sorry if you're having your dinner or something, your tea, but a player, I think it was in Italy, scored a goal, ran over to the fans, stood on the advertising hoarding, and then put his hands up like that to the top of where the railings were.
Yeah.
And he had his wedding ring on, and he got his wedding ring, a spike went under his ring, and as he jumped off, his finger stayed there.
Oh my goodness gracious me.
No good, right?
Let's sub him off or did he stay on play?
What?
That is awful.
They sub him off.
Oh.
Yeah, I think he cried off. Dortmund confident of re-signing Jadon Sancho on a free transfer this summer. That'll be the third time he's been there. Let's take calls on all things Eddie Howe. 03717223344. Andy, a Newcastle fan. Andrew.
Good afternoon.
How are you, my friend?
How are you keeping?
We're great. How are you today?
I'm absolutely fine, thank you. How are you, Stu?
Good. We're good, man. What would you like to say?
I'm just absolutely shocked with the comments Adrian Dunn has come out with. If you ask any Newcastle fan in the last 4 years that Newcastle will be playing PSG home and away, Barcelona home and away, that in one or two of these, they bit your hand off. Eddie Howe is doing an absolutely amazing job.
Yeah.
And just because we got beat last night, it's not the end of the season yet. Like Darren Bent said, if we win on Sunday, we're up to 7th. It puts us 4 points behind 5th.
Yeah, listen, I totally agree. Can I ask, as a Newcastle fan, with Eddie Howe in charge, and you won the League Cup recently, at the beginning of the season, what are your aspirations, realistically? What are you hoping for?
At the beginning of the season, I would have took top 6.
Okay. And a trophy or just a run in a competition?
Just a run in any competition.
Okay. All right. Well,
yeah, see, that's a good call.
Thanks,
that's a good call, that, because not unrealistic.
100% bang on the money.
Yeah, not unrealistic.
From an Andy to an Andrew. Andrew?
Hi, lads.
How are you, man?
Yeah, sound, use.
I don't think in my history of talkSPORT I've ever gone from one Andy to another.
To be fair, when you said Andy at first, I thought you were talking to me.
Did you talk into the phone? All right, lads, did you do that?
I did. My brother-in-law just started laughing.
Okay. Are you known as Andy or Andrew? Because on my switchboard it says Andrew.
Either or, I don't mind.
Okay. All right. Well, Andy, Andrew, you're live on Drive. What would you like to say?
So, Eddie Howe has honestly done an amazing job, and I think even if you replaced Eddie Howe, whoever you got in wouldn't be able to do anything better. The problem lies with PSR itself. Like, if you looked in the summer, we were linked with people like, obviously, putting bids in for João Pedro, Sesko, I can't think now.
Ekitike was another, right?
Yes, Ekitike, yes.
Yeah.
So I named about 10 players who were linked with and putting bids in. So when we're starting to get people like Wissa and Baltimore, fair enough, they've came in. Baltimore, he's done all right to start with, but he's dropped off a bit. Wissa's done absolutely nothing. We're getting next to the barrel because it's so big with PSR. These wages, we can't.
No, it's kind of, I hear what you're saying, though. Let's quickly take one more. Stuart's a Newcastle fan. Stu?
Hi, mate, you right?
Good, man. Off you go, pal.
Yeah, so I'm obviously a Newcastle fan like the others, and it's to say Eddie should hand in his resignation is just absolutely farcical. Like, it's ridiculous. He's done so much for the club. I'm not going to sit here and say he's completely blameless because, A, he was in charge of kind of the recruitment and the targets for players we've signed, and they have only just started to come into form, really. So he's a little bit kind of stuck to his ways in terms of he needs that Premier League proven player. I don't like him playing Walter Marder deeper in midfield. He's a little bit stubborn with his tactics and that, but overall he's been the best thing that's happened to the club for God knows how many years. I mean, I remember when it was Sir Bobby Robson and Champions League and stuff, and that was the pinnacle of being a Newcastle fan for God knows how long. But now he's bringing that back, and we're getting some consistency in that respect. I can't fault Eddie at all in respect of the overall picture of it, but he can improve. But who can't in football? There's no one who's going to come in and do any better than what he can do.
Yeah, it's he's done a wonderful job, and I just think it's crazy, and that's why we've had a lot of Newcastle fans coming in talking about no way. Like,
I don't think I've spoken to one Newcastle fan that actually thinks Eddie Howe should go.
No, I mean, of course you'll always find one from somewhere.
Yeah.
But I think he's done a phenomenal job.
Yeah, me too.
There's no more he could have done.
I totally agree. Good work, good call. Thanks for that. Still to come, we'll be looking back at the rest of last night's action, including Tottenham's win at home to Atletico Madrid, meaning that record continues, right? Was it 20? I think it's 26 games in European football at home unbeaten.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that right? Tottenham's 26? 25. I thought it was 25.
Who holds that
before
record?
last night. I think it's Newcastle with Ipswich with 31. Is that right? But bearing in mind they've not played. You were in that last time they played European football. You were in it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hardly a record if you haven't played for half a century. Right, time for a bit no Googling. Last night's 7-2 defeat for Newcastle means the last two Englishmen to manage against Barcelona at Nou Camp conceded 7 goals.
I know that is.
Who's the other one?
It's easy.
I don't think it is easy.
It is, mate.
What do you think his surname begins with?
Well, he managed Valencia. No one knows it. Sorry.
What have you spoiled that for? That's an amazing question.
It's obvious, though.
It's typical you, and it's all about you. You've ruined it for everyone. I apologise.
I'm not saying his name.
Apologise to 1.5 million.
I'm not saying his name.
Well, name another Englishman that managed Valencia.
Potter.
Well, it's not Potter.
He didn't.
No.
He didn't.
What was it? He did manage a ball, though.
Yeah, not
No,
Valencia.
it wasn't a known team, is it? Okay, the answer to the Gary Neville question coming up live and direct with talkSPORT after this.
How do you feel that Jamie's wearing your mask? How do you feel about that?
I can't even see him. I can't see him.
I haven't got the mask on. I haven't got the mask on.
Fully got
I
it
can't
on.
see it.
Breathing in there the lot.
Do you know what? All I can say is I wish I had the mask on now.
To be fair, you look like Ange.
It's just who we are, mate.
Your team play like
Seriously
Ange.
though, mate.
Is this it? Can we end it now?
mate. You've turned into a meme club, you are.
Can
You're
we
a
end
meme
this
club.
interview now?
No.
Hold on. Say that again.
You've turned into a meme football club.
I remember. I mean, the last week, I don't think I've ever known a week like it, right? So you go back to Wednesday of last week and 74 minutes on the clock, and you think about what's happened. Conceded 5 goals in 30 minutes.
Slap.
Jesus Christ. Listen,
has anyone seen Candy? Dennis Wise?
Right, okay, hold on.
Solar.
Yeah, hold on.
Listen, what's that? Who's that?
No, leave it, man. Leave it. No, leave it. No, I'm doing something. No.
But did you think you would come from 3-0 down? Did he think he'd come from 3-0 down?
He was confident. It was encouraging signs, he said.
You're
Encouraging signs.
PSG?
I'm a United fan.
He's a bloody United fan.
Hey!
Don't swear.
Come on, boys. Listen, at the end of the day.
Hold on, who are you playing in the Champions League?
No, listen. Who's going to play next year? Who's going to play next year?
Champions League. I'm getting sick of United fans.
Well, after Enzo Fernandez said we'll see when asked about whether he'll stay at Chelsea next season, Liam Rosini says he's had a word.
He made it really, really clear to me how happy he is here at this club, how much he wants to win, how passionate he is for us to be successful. And he also said that in translation and in emotion, things get misconstrued in what he said. He's fully committed to this group. He's fully committed to win here at this football club.
Elsewhere, the referee chiefs of Europe's top leagues have been summoned to the UEFA headmaster's office for a reset meeting about VAR. Roberto Rossetti, the head of UEFA's referees, says we've forgotten the reason why VAR was introduced and reckons it's interfering too much. Meanwhile, is Arne Slot's job still in the balance despite a quarter-final place in the Champions League?
You have to judge the season on its whole.
Yeah.
And if at the end of the season you've got knocked out in the quarterfinals of the Champions League by PSG and you don't finish inside the top 5 of the Premier League, what do you think Liverpool fans will think of that?
Now, the Iranian Football Federation says they have no intention of pulling out of the World Cup, but they will boycott America, despite all 3 of their group games having been scheduled there. Igor Tudor has been charged by the FA after comments he made about the referee Thomas Bramall following defeat at Fulham. Tudor accused Bramall of being a home referee. There's more at talksport.com.
Darling, darling, baby, you're my sweet and tender love. You're my very special lady. I said,
Oh, the OJs.
I've never heard this song.
In a woman.
You like you're in pain.
Sound like I'm in pain too.
Jack, why don't you? I mean, all you do. The sun's okay. He said, all you do is just. He shout. I think Benny bullies you, Jack.
Nah,
play this. Play this.
Jack, let's be honest. Who put his in the studio? All he does is slag you off.
Say that again, Jack. You'll be fired.
Yes. What a tune. Thanks, Jack. That's what I needed for today. Do my best.
Finish.
To give it to you. To give it to you. To give it to you. Oh, yo, my darling, darling.
I had to fill in a questionnaire today, and the question was, what was the first concert I ever went to?
Oh, God, I don't want to hear this.
Alexander O'Neill.
Oh, that was your first?
1984.
Wow.
Yeah. Wembley Arena.
I can't remember my first was. First.
Good though, isn't it?
Yeah. I think my first might have been Destiny Child, maybe?
He had a song where, because one of his albums had a song called The Lovers on it, do you remember?
Yeah.
And he would like, if there's a lady out there, and a lady would go up on the stage and have a big bed. She'd lie, no, it's fine. She'd lie on the bed. He would lie next to her and sing to her on just this giant bed on stage.
I think a lot of artists do it. Then they get women up from the audience.
Do they?
And then they, sing to them. Sing to them.
We'll speak to someone that's never had a lady on his bed in years, Alex Cook, in just a moment. But first, send your WhatsApp questions into Benty 0371722334. What's happening, Benty's coming up at 6 o'clock. You know what to do. Any questions you want, the weirder the better. Send us a WhatsApp voice note. Open WhatsApp, send us a voice note, 0371722334. Start your message with WhatsApp Benty and put your name in it. Right, over at 5:45 on talkSPORT 2 tonight, you can hear the second leg of Midtjylland against Nottingham Forest in the Europa League. Alex Cook is your commentator for that one, and he has the team news for us now. Cookie, there used to be a time you had all the big games. What's been happening?
I'm not sure I should be talking to you after that last comment, to be honest. This is a massive game as far as Nottingham Forest are concerned. The opportunity to get to their first European quarter-final since 1996. But you wouldn't know it from the team selection. Vitor Pereira said in his press conference he would prioritise the big crunch relegation six-pointer at Tottenham on Sunday. He's done just that. 9 changes for Forest. Only Nicolas Dominguez and Nikola Milenkovic keep their places. It's difficult to work out exactly who will play where for the Tricky Trees tonight. Ortega comes in goal. We think it's probably a back four of Abbott, Morato, Milenkovic and Dominguez, with Ndoye, McAtee, Yates and Bakwa in midfield. And then Amari Hutchinson in behind Lorenzo Luca in attack. But I've got to say, guys, this Nottingham Forest lineup has gone down like a lead balloon with the travelling supporters. 1-0 down from the first leg against Midtjylland, and not a lot of confidence that the team Vitor Pereira's picked tonight will get the job done. Live on talkSPORT 2, it's Midtjylland against Forest.
Crookie, do you know what though? I understand the travelling supporters' problems because, of course, you pay all that money to travel and then he puts out that team. But surely they understand the relegation battle was more important than... Because, listen, I don't think they'll win this competition. So surely it's about survival. And arguably the bigger game is definitely Spurs coming up this weekend.
Totally agree.
I'm in two minds because I went into the game at Tottenham that I was at last night thinking exactly that if I was Igor Tudor, I'd rest players, save them for the weekend. But what a confidence boost it was for Spurs to beat Atletico Madrid. There were some stellar performances as well. It looked like they came through unscathed and injury-free. If he picks this team and they get dumped out of Europe, what sort of mindset will they be in, Forest, heading into the game at the weekend?
Yeah, no, listen, I understand it, but I just think for Spurs, I mean, last night was incredible. Absolutely, they needed something, but I just think for Nottingham Forest, this game is the game Sunday is the one.
Yeah, survival.
I don't think they'll win this competition, but I understand the fans want to see them have a good run. But the Tottenham Hotspur game at the weekend, Crookie, is huge. Because if they lose that, oh my goodness, they're in some serious problems.
Yeah, Crookie, listen, we've got to let you go, but thanks for coming on, pal. See you soon.
No worries, guys.
Thanks, man. Ian Abrams is going to be watching Crystal Palace there in Conference League action. Moose joins us now with the team news. Moose, good evening to you. Good afternoon. How you doing?
Good afternoon. Yeah, all good. Palace are still favourites to win the Conference League, but were held to a goalless draw by Larnaca last week. In fact, they haven't scored against Larnaca in the 2 games they've played against them this season in the competition. And no good news on the injury front either. Confirmed yesterday by Oliver Glasner that Dean Henderson wouldn't be fit enough to travel or be in goal, and he's not. Benitez retains his place in goal from the draw with Leeds at the weekend. And although Daniel Muniz is fit, he's only fit enough for a place on the bench. So the 2 changes are Daichi Kamada coming in for Will Hughes, who drops to the bench, and Adam Wharton back in midfield for Jefferson Lerma. Palace line up then with Benitez in goal, back 3 of Richards, Lacroix and Convo. It'll be Johnson and Mitchell, the 2 wide players, with in the middle Kamada and Wharton, and a front 3 of Sarr and Gasson either side of Strand Larsen, who could do with a goal. Palace need to win this one to obviously get through to the quarter-finals of a European tie for the first time in their history. This could go to extra time and penalties in Larnaca.
Good work, thanks as always, Moose. Right, let's have a quick look back at the rest of the English sides who were in action last night. We'll start with Spurs. They finally got a win under Igor Tudor as they won 3-2 at home to Atletico. Wasn't enough, of course. They went out 7-5 on aggregate. The manager, Tudor, spoke to the media afterwards. He was asked if he can see improvements in his side.
Feeling are mixed, of course. We are out, but the same way as you said was like sensation of one very good team in the pitch. You know, one very good performance of the players. Energy, as you said before, was really nice. From first moment, they recognize that the team will try to do everything what they can do. So from first moment until last moment, they were with us. In football, you know, you need to confirmation every day, every Sunday. So there is on Sunday important game, as we know, but it will not decide nothing. Yet, as I said before, it will be decide everything last 2-3 games, I believe.
Look, after the collapse of the first leg, realistically, they weren't going to get through this.
No.
For them, it was all about building confidence, maybe getting a win, which they got, and then looking ahead to the game at the weekend. You alluded to that before with Nottingham Forest. I think they'll take positives from last night because that grit and determination I hadn't seen from Spurs for a long, long time, especially under this manager. Draw against Liverpool over the weekend, then a win last night. They go into the game against Forest in such a completely different mindset that they would have done had that game been 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, 100%. The performances before that, I mean, the 6 before that, oh my God, 6 straight losses in a row. I thought, what's going to happen here? Like, where's it going to end? And they put in a decent performance against Liverpool. And as you said, they beat Atletico in the second leg. I did feel like Atletico were kind of caught in between. They weren't sure whether to really go for it and cause them problems or kind of hold on to what they've got. But take nothing away from Spurs' performance. They front foot, won the ball high up. Xavi Simons probably put his best performance in a Tottenham shirt. And they have got confidence now because that's 2 unbeaten now in all competitions, 2 unbeaten. Now they're going to the game against Forest now. As Crookie was saying earlier, Forest get absolutely walloped this evening, then their confidence might be a little bit low. But the game on Sunday's the one. It's so big. But clearly now that Igor Tudor's going to be here for the foreseeable now. That he's here to the end of the season.
Yeah.
I can't see them making a change now this season because you've seen...
If they were to lose Forest, lose away at Sunderland, he'd still be there.
Potentially, yeah. I think so. But no, it was a good performance and a good confidence builder. You know what I mean? They've got a win under their belt at home in the Champions League. So long may it continue for Spurs. But wow, what a difference a couple of days make. Yeah. Before that Liverpool game, it was
on
like,
the knees.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Now
I read something today in the Times actually. I can't remember who wrote it, but it was a fair point that there was no pressure on Spurs last night at home.
No.
There's huge pressure on them against Forest. I wonder if that will affect the mood of the fans and the players as well. I think the first goal on Sunday is so big.
Well, it's massive for the simple reason, as you just said there. Can they put in that same level of performance? I expect Forest to just sit there, make it difficult for them and try and hit them on the counter-attack. Yeah. But at least there's a little bit of confidence. And there's more confidence now going into this game off the back of beating Atletico Madrid than there was. But for Nottingham Forest, depending on what happens tonight, then they've got to get a result. So,
who do you fancy for that game? We'll talk about
now Tottenham.
Now Tottenham.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now Tottenham.
Let's move on and talk about Liverpool. They were 4-0 winners at home to Galatasaray. That sends them through to the quarters, 4-1 on aggregate. They're going to meet PSG in the next round. Their boss, Arne Slot, spoke to the media after the game. He discussed meeting the French champions for the second year in a row.
We've experienced that last season when we faced them away from home. Very, very, very difficult game. Here at Anfield, we played... No, I said tonight, a perfect game. Here at Anfield, we played also a fantastic game. This is, I've said a lot of times how great of a match that was. The best game I've managed in my career. Maybe not in result, but how football should be played. Both teams just playing football, just wanting to enjoy the fans, to entertain the fans. We were the only team that brought them to extra time, the only team that brought them to penalties. But that team has showed this season that they haven't dropped their level. And we showed tonight that we can still perform at the level.
Listen, fair play Liverpool, right? I thought that was going to be a big struggle for them. And Galatasaray were appalling, actually, as it turns out. But, take nothing away from Liverpool. First half, they looked a little bit nervous, actually. And when Salah missed that penalty, I was a bit like, this could be interesting. But, it was a great result in the end for them.
Yeah, it was. Obviously, their main man got them off to a good start. Dominic Szoboszlai, I mean, what a season he's having.
Yeah.
I thought Wirtz was incredible as well.
That's a good point you make.
Wirtz really, really played well. Little touches, little flicks around the corner. It feels like he's 2 passes ahead of everyone else. And then they were ruthless. Ekitike, Gravenberch and Salah all getting on the act. I mean, Salah's goal was beautiful. Into Wirtz, little touch off, and then whack. That was Salah of last season.
Yeah, the touch was incredible, though.
Left it there for him.
Yeah.
But no, I never thought Galatasaray would cause Liverpool problems at Anfield. They needed to be going to Anfield with a bigger lead. But Dominic Szoboszlai, he's the driving force of that team. Like getting the ball, running hard, going forward, scoring goals, because it was a lovely finish.
Yeah.
Came across to him, just a little side foot into the corner. Really good finish. But now they've got another tough test against PSG because it was the exact same stage last season that PSG kicked into gear. Group phase, yeah, all right. Then they got to the round of 16 and that was it.
Yeah.
Here we go.
It's a tough fixture, PSG. Again, a bit like last year, they're starting to look better and better as a competition.
Well, last year they went through, so they beat Liverpool, they beat Villa, beat Arsenal, and then walloped Inter Milan in the final. So they went for, think about that run, that they went for them teams.
Yeah.
And you're right, PSG right now, they look like Dembele's all of a sudden, he's fit for this stage of the season.
Kvaratskhelia looking fantastic.
Incredible. So it's going to be a tough game for Liverpool. Really tough game.
Okay. 5 o'clock, we'll be talking about Harry Kane. I don't know if you saw his goal last night. If you haven't, you need to check out. It's sublime. It's pure genius. You scored that goal on the PlayStation. You tell all your mates about it. Is he the best player on the planet? And is it Harry Kane now that needs to drag England across that World Cup line? So Harry Kane calls. I'm looking at my switchboard. It's clear and empty. So if you want to phone up and go, I don't know what you're talking about, or you agree, 03717 223344. Dial that. You'll be Join us live on Drive at 5 o'clock, but dial now.
Andy is getting it tonight. A shocking week for the Chelsea.
What do you mean?
Pumped. Look, they got slapped by PSG.
What do you mean?
Got slapped by Newcastle. And then got slapped with a transfer ban.
What do you mean?
It's been a slapping week. Slap, 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 slap. Chelsea, slap. Get your calls in, you want to have your say. 03 717 22 33 44.
Do you know what's amazing? Before the game, it wasn't me. We had a meeting with the referee. My assistant goes in. The first thing he talks about is our huddle.
Chelsea 0, Newcastle 1. It's just one straight long pass through the middle. It really is awful defending from Chelsea. And when Murphy lays the ball off, there is Anthony Gordon literally to walk the ball home.
My players made a decision that they wanted to be around the ball, to respect the ball.
What signs have you seen?
I've seen signs.
What signs?
Encouraging signs.
What's happening?
Hello, mate.
How are you?
I'm all right. I've had better weeks.
Yeah? What happened?
Not gonna lie.
What happened?
Do you know when you know things are bad? Is where Spurs pick up a point and got beat by 5-2 in the middle.
Don't worry about me, mate.
And you lot have had a better week than Chelsea.
Don't worry about us. What happened at Chelsea,
That's
mate?
when you know things are bad.
What's happened?
Well, you know, it happens, mate. Bad weeks happen.
No.
That's a bad week.
Now that's a tune, Jack. Look, Goosebumps. Bit of Stones. That's a tune and a half, isn't it?
Hey, someone said it. Someone's made a very good point. Wes, how do you watch the football with no Wi-Fi?
It's on the telly.
Oh, you don't need Wi-Fi. Yeah, but how do you? Is your Sky not Wi-Fi?
No, I'm old school cable. I refuse to go Wi-Fi.
Okay, nice.
For that very reason. Because I know if the Wi-Fi drops, I don't
Why do you want stuff on the planner?
What? I download it.
Okay, yeah.
I'm old school Sky.
Yeah, okay, so your remote is grey.
Yeah, well, mine's actually gold because I got an R2, a C3PO one when Star Wars come out.
Oh, yeah, so embarrassing.
But yeah. I mean, predominantly grey, yeah. But I don't have any buffering.
Yeah, see, I got pure buffering.
Yeah.
Especially when all the kids are on the iPad.
Yeah, forget that. Still to come, we'll be joined by British heavyweight our mate, the Midnight Train, Richard Riakporhe. Just quickly, UEFA will hold a meeting with top European leagues after the World Cup to try and find out ways to improve VAR. Right, stop what you're doing. Listen, stop what you're doing.
Oh, jeez. Oh, I'm scared to laugh at you.
talkSPORT Drive, we need your help. talkSPORT Drive have been nominated for an award. All right? This is genuine. I'm going to tell you now. We're up for Best Radio Talk Show at the Television and Radio Industry Awards. This is huge for us, right? The public, you lot out there, my favourite people on the planet, decide who wins. So to vote for me and Benty and the rest of the Drive Time team, of course, just head to, I'll put this on my Instagram, poll, P-O-L-L, -trick, TRIC.org.uk.
Say that again.
Poll, P-O-L-L, -trick, TRIC.org.uk. Select TalkSPORT Drive as Best Radio Talk Show.
Beautiful, so I didn't know that.
All right? And that's not just me you're voting for, although I go up, get the award, take the plaudits, take it home with me.
Trust me, Joe, I know.
Get the money. But it's actually, what's your name? Benty, the fella behind the glass there, I can't remember, the one who makes mistakes, and the Wally behind the other side of the, it doesn't matter about him. Just vote anyway. All right?
That speech there probably is the reason why people won't vote now. We need your help. I didn't know anything about that, but now I've heard that.
Make sure you stick it out on Insta.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I will do that. Do you know what I mean?
Will you?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, I'll put it on mine, Andy Goldstein 05. We need your votes. All right?
Who up against, I wonder?
Doesn't matter. We are the people's show. Yeah. And you are the people, so vote for us. All right? And we'll take every one of you out for dinner.
And Andy will happily go to a pub and drink with a load of you.
Oh, vote for the other shows.
No.
Right, time now for this.
Objection! Sustained. I sentence you to a lifetime of supporting United. Football Court is now in session with Judge Paddy on talkSPORT with Paddy Power.
Yes, time now for Ordering the Courts. We welcome Lewis Richards from our friends at Paddy Power for this week's Judge Paddy. Hello, Lewis. How are you?
I'm good, gents. How are you?
If you had to vote for your favourite show, would you vote for us?
Of course.
Yeah, you're a part of our show.
Of course. I mean, as Benty said, your little speech there could do with a bit of work. Try and get voters.
Well, look, you're a part of the show, so if we win, you'll be a part of that win. And if we lose, I will blame you and only you.
It wouldn't be the first award that weren't won because of me.
Okay.
But we won't go into that.
No, we won't. I've seen them give those awards out in Hollywood. Right. What are we talking about this week, Your Honour?
Okay, so the notion in football, obviously, is that the Premier League is the best in the world. We had 5 teams finish in the top 8 of the Champions League. 6 teams qualify for the round of 16, but that is now down to 2. So after our teams conceded 31 goals over 2 legs over the past couple of weeks, we are asking, is the Premier League really the best league in the world?
Okay.
So one of us is going to have to go against the grain.
Well, no, we might both go yes, and he might pick the best yes.
Is that all right, Judge? Do you want one of us to go against the grain?
Well, look, I mean, you both could say that we are, and if we are, it's a good argument. But yeah, look.
Okay.
You get awarded, don't you, with best stats?
All right, stop talking, otherwise we haven't got time. Right, Benny and I have got 45 seconds each to make our case, present our evidence. You're going to judge us on knowledge, stats, anything we make up, etc. Who would you like to go first, Your Honour?
Oh, you, definitely.
Okay, my 45 seconds on whether or not I think the Premier League is the best league in the world begins now.
Court is now in session, and it's already wildly unprofessional.
It is. What's it? How long have we got left? It is for so many reasons.
Order!
Good work, Jack. It is for so many reasons. The main one being, on the whole, we have the best players in the Premier League. We might not have the best player in the world, but on the whole, we have collectively the best players. We have the best stadiums collectively. Ooh. We do. Collectively, we do. We have the best TV coverage. Everything about the Premier League.
How do you know that?
Because I watch it. Everything about the Premier League makes all the other leagues.
That was atrocious.
Well, we shouldn't have to big up the Premier League. It was atrocious. It was atrocious.
It's TV coverage when we still got the 3 p.m.
Hey, Anyway, Judge.
Can I say that every time we mention that, Joe dumps us, so we can't mention that. Right, Benty, you've got
rubbish from you.
I know it was rubbish, but you know.
Yeah, this should be an easy win, Benny.
I was just thinking of the vote. Right, Benty, you're 45 seconds on whether or not we've got the best league in the world begins now.
All rise for the Honourable Judge Paddy.
Yeah, I think we have got the best league in the world, just simply for the fact the competition in the league, where any team, we've seen Wolves, they're rock bottom at the minute, and they're beating Liverpool, we're pushing for Champions League. I think situations like that and games like that tell you that we've got the most competitive league without Europe. Now, maybe when you look at top quality in terms of the top teams, I know Arsenal are currently doing really well in the Champions League, but when you look at the top teams like PSG, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, maybe that's where the problem in terms of top quality, maybe we fall a bit short. But in terms of competitive league football every single week, like it's there for all to see. The mid-blocker teams, I think, is getting better. That was very good, that David.
Do you know what? I'll give you the vote. Yours was much better than mine.
Thank you.
So we don't really need Judge Paddy.
No one here, Lewis, should just tell me I'm the winner.
Lewis, can you just say to us Darren Bent, please?
Oh, the winner is by a country mile, Darren Bent.
Thank you very much.
Well, listen, thanks for coming on. It's nice to see you've got another black T-shirt and you really make an effort on our show. I appreciate that.
It's unbelievable. See, this, and you want people to vote for us. Honestly.
No, it's nice. Nice T-shirt. Makes a change from the black T-shirt you wore last week, the week before, and the week before that. Good work. Well done.
Well, last week. So.
Yeah, but you still wore it last week. You might not have been on telly, but you still wore it.
Cool, well, you know, black T-shirt.
Yeah.
What's on a black T-shirt?
You're
Back to impress anyone.
No, listen, more from our fashion guru, Lewis Richard, on next week's show.
Just sit there with your buttoned-up denim shirts every day, yeah? You're all good.
It's a jacket, not a shirt. Lewis, thanks for coming on. It's a
It's
jacket,
fun,
yeah.
fun.
Have a good one. Have a good one.
Cheers, gents. See you later.
There you go.
You're horrible, you are.
Why?
You're a horrible man.
Make an effort when you come on the show. I do, you do.
No, but I like a nice black T-shirt.
Him there in his little lounge. Thanks, Lewis. There's going to be another debate in front of Judge Paddy next week, 18+. Gamblerware.org.
Judge Paddy on talkSPORT with Paddy Power.
Is Harry Kane the best player on the planet? I mean, I say yes. Everyone in the gallery says there'll be people out there go no. And I'm like, why? If that's one of you, let me know why. 03717223344. We'll take all things Harry Kane right after this live and drive on talkSPORT.
Eddie Howe, you might not have seen it yet, but the Newcastle game was brilliant. Barcelona, I loved it. Yeah. I couldn't get enough of it at half time. And then it went pear-shaped. Of course it did. But Adrian was getting a bit animated, as he does, and he said, that's it, Eddie's got a hand in his resignation. I'm like, whoa. It was some game, by the way. I mean, some game. Yeah. And also Pep, we're hearing today that Pep will make up his future, his mind up, after the cup final at the weekend. Are they premature here, both of them? If that's, I don't think Eddie's going to do it anyway. But
no, I mean, it ended up a horrendous night for Newcastle. I was the same as you, mate. I sat and watched it before the Liverpool game. Couldn't take my eyes off it, mate. First half in particular. I mean, it was just intense stuff. But we knew that the way it was going to be. You know, with Barcelona with a high line, you know, with Newcastle with the pace, with Italian Barcelona have got in front areas. I think we had a fair idea that was the kind of game it was going to be. Unfortunately, second half went sour for Newcastle. Bad result. But listen, from where I'm standing, everybody just calm down. You know, I think Newcastle and Eddie, you know, last night, second half aside, are absolutely fine. I know they'll be disappointed with no Champions League football next year. but they've already won a cup last year. I think they're still work in progress for me, right? And I understand the clamour instantly when you get a result like that people say they're demanding heads, but not for me. I think Eddie will continue with Jason Tinno a good job up there. Yeah. I think so he should. Pep's different for me, guys. I don't know what you think. Be interested to hear what you think, Dino. I just think Pep's body language is different, mate.
From the Toffees to the Tractor Boys, the Eagles to the Seagulls, Gunners, Bees, Hammers and Magpies, Premier League teams have got a load of crazy nicknames. Ever wondered where they came from? Let's start with Everton. They're dubbed the Toffees, but why? Well, because when the club was formed, just down the road there were two local toffee shops. Ye Ancient Everton Toffee House and Mother Noblet's Toffee Shop were big fan favourites. Next, they say if you can't beat 'em, join 'em, and that's exactly what Ipswich Town did when it came to their nickname. The term Tractor Boys used to be chanted by their opponents as a way of putting the team down for their farming background. But during one game back in the late 90s, Ipswich were 1-0 up and they decided to flip the script. 1-0 to the Tractor Boys, they sang, and a new nickname was born. Let's head to Leicester, famous for more than just a red, well, orangey cheese and Jamie Vardy. Leicestershire's also the birthplace of fox hunting, hence the Foxes. Next up, turns out apples are not the only fruit that don't fall far from the tree. Bournemouth's nickname, the Cherries, comes from the fact the club's stadium was originally built right next to a bunch of cherry orchards. This next story actually involves two club nicknames. It started with Crystal Palace. They were having an absolute nightmare run back in the early 70s. They'd been relegated after a terrible spell and manager Malcolm Allison decided enough was enough. He wanted a new nickname, something strong, fast and destined for success. Something exactly like an eagle. But there's more to this one. Brighton were in search of a nickname too, and Palace finally gave them what they needed. In a heated match between the two back in 1976, Palace fans began chanting, "Eagles, Eagles," and some clever Brighton fans came up with the perfect reply, "Seagulls, Seagulls." Not all club nicknames have a crazy story though. Take the Gunners. That just comes from the fact a group of munitions workers in the Royal Arsenal factory in Woolwich set up the club in 1886. On the flip side, some nicknames seem simple, but there's a bit more to them, like West Ham. The Hammers is actually nothing to do with the ham part of the name. It comes from the fact the club used to be called Thames Ironworks FC and was made up of workmen and shipbuilders. So next time the away end's chanting their crazy nickname, you'll now know exactly where it came from.
You listen to Drive on talkSPORT, myself, Darren Bent, and someone whose mouth is chomping like crazy, Andy Goldstein. No, Jack, no.
Is it Andy here, by the way? Andy Goldstein.
Thank you, that's it.
I'll make love to you.
Jack, it took you that long to find that?
Oh, he's done well to find that.
Go, Jack, let's start again. Hi, this is Drive on talkSPORT, myself, Darren Bent, and the man who's got a mouth full of food, Andy Goldstein.
I'll make love to you.
Your voice is absolutely appalling.
Yeah, I don't know where that's from. I think it's from my second album. Stick a couple of you and your questions in. What's happening, Ben? Your chance to ask Darren anything you want the weird about. Just send us a WhatsApp voice note on 03717223344. Make sure you start your message with "What's happening, Benny?" and put your name in it. Put your name in it as well. Right, on with the show. And our first question of the 5 hour is a simple one: is this man the best player in the world right now?
Kane comes forward into the penalty area. Chelsea have given the ball away, and Harry Kane is amongst the goals again.
He's still, for me, the best centre-forward in the world. As an all-round player, there's no one better than Harry Kane.
He's just got all sorts of finishes, Jeff. He's a different level. Wanting somebody to link up or come off, make an angle. I think he's better than most of them at that as well.
He's probably, for me, one of the best finishers in football, if not the best. When he's in front of goal, 9 times out of 10, he's in the back of the net.
Kane scored twice against Atalanta last night, meaning he now has scored 50 goals in the Champions League. And he's done that, get this, in just 66 games. The joint fastest player ever to reach 50 goals. This is nuts. Level with Messi. Only behind Ruud van Nistelrooy, who did it in 62 games. Erling Haaland did it in 49. That's unbelievable achievement. Also means he scored 47 goals in 39 games for Bayern Munich this season. Ridiculous. German football expert Rafi Honigstein, he was on the Breakfast Show this morning and he said that no one saw his move from Spurs being as successful as it has been.
Yeah, I think he's exceeded all expectations. Bayern, of course, knew that they had a fantastic player on their hands when they managed to get him from Spurs, but they didn't realise just how good he would be in terms of goal scoring, in terms of leadership, in terms of his all-round game, which has gone to another level. The passing, the movement, the defending, the amount of work he does in his own box has just astounded people, and it's been a wonderful, wonderful story.
What is amazing, or what will be amazing, is whenever we talk about Harry Kane, and you know he's a great player, I know he's a great player, everyone, the majority of football fans know he's not just great, but world-class.
Yeah.
But there will be some football fans listening to this that will be going, Goldstein, Benty, what are you talking about? He's not.
Yeah.
He's no good. I don't know.
Not that he's no good, but
he's not, they don't hold him as highly regarded as we do.
Yeah.
What will be interesting to see is the longer Harry Kane goes on scoring goals, the longer Harry Kane goes on scoring unbelievable goals and breaking records, the smaller that group of people, I assume, will be that don't rate him as much.
Yeah.
Right? If we get calls today where people go, yeah, I just don't rate, I can't understand what the evidence that you would have would be.
You know what they're going to say? They're going to talk about big games. They're going to say he doesn't score goals in big games. Doesn't show he scores bundles of goals against. What they'll say is, because we get it all the time, is that he doesn't score goals in big games. He's a penalty merchant, scores loads of penalties, and they'll use that to beat him with. Now, listen, I think Harry Kane is absolutely phenomenal. I mean, 50 goals this season in all comps is mind blowing. When you think about just how many goals it is, that's crazy. 50 goals this season, right? And I think he's incredible, but I'm still taking Mbappe. And the only reason why I'm taking Mbappe over Kane, regardless, is because, and you've heard me, people that listen to this show many a time would have heard me say it, when the lights are shining the brightest, in terms of World Cup football fight, I've seen Mbappe show up. He very rarely does he go under the radar. But
when Kane has had that opportunity, he's not been fully fit.
Okay, but he's had opportunity. Okay, he's had 2 finals, right? 2 Euro finals.
Yeah.
He wasn't. I'm not fit in both.
I don't think he was fit in both.
Well, no,
look at Thierry Henry. You love him.
Yeah.
Never stepped up in the final.
No, for Arsenal, but he did for France.
Oh, yeah, okay, that's fair.
Do you know what I mean? So it's. I look at Mbappe, and he's got 39 goals in 37 games in all comps this season. Mbappe, but I just know that when it gets to a big game like a World Cup final or something, again, I've seen him win one and score a hat-trick in the other. So he's not hiding for nothing.
No.
He's there.
Well, I was going to ask if Harry Kane's the best player in the world right now, but you're going to say Mbappe.
Yeah, it's quite hard because Mbappe's obviously just come back from injury, but he would still be, if I'd got the chance to sign anyone in terms of an attacking player, Mbappe would be number one.
Okay. Does Harry Kane get into every side in the Premier League by swapping whoever's teams that is their best player?
I think most of them, yeah.
So he would get to Arsenal, but you'd have to give up Declan Rice.
Yes, yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, I would love to see Harry Kane at Arsenal because he'd smash the goals that we need, but that's a big hole that we're leaving in the middle of the park. So Declan effectively does 3 or 4 people's running. Do you know what I mean? When he's not there, you go, oh my goodness.
Okay.
But Kane is a goal scorer, right? But Haaland would be the one. That's the one I'd be interested to see.
Who do you have right now? Who do Man City fans have?
Well, I think overall, like an all-round player, Kane's better. I don't think it's up for debate.
No, I don't think he's either. You're right.
Like if both of them are going through lean patches, Harry Kane will offer more.
Yes, for
in terms of his
setting up other people.
Yes,
doing more donkey work.
Agreed. But they're both, incredible, absolutely incredible. But Lamine Yamal, he could be one of the best players in the world. Elise, by the way, at Bayern, he's unbelievable.
Yeah, but he's not in that bracket yet.
Well, I think he's in the discussion.
Of what?
Best player in the world.
No, he's not.
Elise.
Yeah, no, not yet.
Why not yet? What are you waiting for?
I just don't think you can be best player in the year, best player in the world, if you're having a good season. You need to be at that level every single season.
All right, and Michael Elise, right? This is what he's been doing, right, since he's got to Bayern. So he's been there 2 years now. He got 17 last year, 18 assists.
Yeah.
This season he's got 18 goals, 25 assists. 25.
How many has Harry Kane got assists this season?
I think 6 maybe.
Okay, but who's a better player?
Yeah, but I'm not saying that he's better than Kane, but I'm saying he's in the discussion.
What, for best player in the world right now?
Yeah, Elise.
Do you think so?
He's in the discussion. I'm not saying he is. Okay. Harry Kane's got 6.
Just going back to Harry Kane. So listen, if he's in form, and if he's fit, I personally feel as though it's Harry Kane's job and duty to win us the World Cup. I think
As Mbappe did.
Exactly, great example. If you're that great a player and scoring goals like he is from nowhere,
Yeah.
like he had his back to goal yesterday, it's insane.
Just chop bang.
Right, if you can do that, then if England are struggling 0-0 against Brazil in the quarterfinals and nothing's happening, then we need Harry Kane to step up.
I've got a question for you. I've got a great question for you.
Okay.
Right now.
Oh, make a note of the time, Jack. That only happens once every.
Yeah, great.
When was the last time I was in the clips?
Would you swap Bruno right now for Kane?
That's an unbelievable question.
Right now. And I need an answer for that. We need an answer, Joe, don't we? We need an answer. Are you swapping Kane right now for Bruno?
Yeah.
What? And you there waxing lyrical about Bruno?
Yeah, well, Bruno's not the best player on the planet. Harry Kane is.
Have you said he's the best player in the Premier League?
Who?
Bruno.
Yeah. Harry Kane's the best player on the planet.
Right, so get rid of Bruno and bring in Kane.
Well, I don't think anyone would disagree with that.
That's you. That's your...
I mean, Kane's goals wins games. There'll be times at Man United where it's 0-0, 1-1, and you need a little bit of wowness. But Bruno might have the wowness, but the fella that he's put through might not finish it.
They're not playing the same team.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, Bruno's wow moment might not be scoring a goal.
So you'd right now swap him?
Yeah, I think that's fair. You wouldn't swap Declan for him.
No, don't bring it back to me.
No, I asked you that before, would you?
I mean, it's the goal scorer, so probably.
Oh, you would do that?
Probably.
Okay.
But
Joe, do you swap Leif Davis for it? No, you would keep
I'm not swapping Hursty for him.
No.
No, I'm swapping Hursty for him. What are you laughing at?
No, of course you wouldn't. I listen, I've said it from day one that I think we're going to win the World Cup this year, and Harry Kane is one of the major reasons why I feel like that. We've got great spine. If everyone's fit, if it goes Kane, Bellingham and Rice, I mean, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And then we've got great players in and around. But for me, Harry Kane, he's the best player on the planet.
Yeah. No, I understand that, but I just think I would still have Mbappe over him.
Okay.
Anyone who's watched football and has watched the World Cup, which we all see as the pinnacle, we would have seen one person show up, one not.
This is his time.
Yeah.
The next World Cup would be too old.
Has to be.
Even the Euros would be too old.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, he's still incredible. And I mean incredible player. I'm just a little bit.
Is he in the top 2 best players on the planet at the moment?
He'd be in the top 3 for sure.
Who's the other?
I think you've got to put Elise in there. Or Lamine Yamal has to be in there, no?
Yeah, okay. Those 3.
Yeah.
All right.
There's 4 there, don't there?
No.
Kane.
Well, if
Mbappe.
you're putting Elise in
Yeah,
there.
he has to be in this conversation. 25 assists. 25.
Yeah, that is a little bit nuts. But they're all probably for Kane, aren't they? I could probably just give him the ball from nowhere and he's scoring. We're taking your calls. Is Harry Kane the best player in the world right now? And how important is his role for England at the next World Cup? 03717 22 33 If you're a Kane doubter, I need to hear from you.
And I told you there were encouraging signs, and now they're starting to. There's green shoots of recovery.
You're such an idiot.
There's green shoots of recovery,
You're such
mate.
an idiot.
Look, see, I can't win. I cannot win.
You've basically just got lucky.
No, Jay.
You've got lucky.
No, I haven't got lucky.
You have.
No, I have not got lucky at all.
Because you're mocking it.
No, I wasn't.
And
No.
it's actually turned into a correct answer.
That is what you call superb punditry. If Roy Keane had said that, right, everyone would go, gee, what Roy Keane said a couple of weeks ago, he saw encouraging signs.
Yeah.
I say it with a clown hat on, with an Ange mask, and you say, that's disgusting, mate. Give me some credit.
I'm not giving you any credit. Let's go to Joe. He's a Spurs fan. Joe.
All right, Joe.
Hi, boys. How are you?
All right, Joe boy.
All right, Joe. I'm all right. Yeah.
Right.
Go on.
I just wanted to say, right, you're good at... I may sound like an absolute clown saying this, right? After that performance that we put in tonight, if we saw that week in, week out, like the old Tottenham, and we played like that every single week, For me, there is no reason why we cannot be a title in the title contention next season.
I'm not a clown.
Joe.
Yes.
Let's just not be stupid right now.
Oh,
Yeah?
come on.
You know.
How old are you, Joe?
I'm 19.
I mean,
Come on, mate.
Grow up.
Yeah, grow up.
No, I guys, I'm being honest here.
No, but you're not. You're just being stupid.
Hold on. Did you see encouraging signs, though, Joe?
Driver talks about myself, Darren Bent, and Andy Goldstein, again, who's not ready.
I am ready. But Jack should never, ever have faded up our mic.
Well, yeah, he should have. I was ready.
Disgusting behaviour from Jack. It's another mistake. I'm making a note. I bought a brand new book yesterday. I need to buy another one tomorrow. Still to come on our show, we'll be joined by our friend, British heavyweight Richard Riakporhe. Just quickly, the Premier League has announced that the £30 price cap on away tickets has been extended for another 2 seasons. Good work. Finally, some good work. Liverpool have opened an investigation into how the Galatasaray winger Lang severely injured his thumb after colliding with an advertising board last night.
Wow.
We're taking your calls on all things Harry Kane. I think he's the best, one of the best in the world. Benty does as well. So there's some doubters out there. I wonder if James is one. Jimmy?
Hi, Andy. Hi, Benty.
How doing, boss? You all right?
Yeah, good, thank you. Good.
What are you up to, James?
Just driving home from work.
What'd you do?
I'm an account manager, sales for IT, cybersecurity.
All right. Sounds a bit boring. Do you enjoy it?
Well, private security is good.
Oh, private security. Okay. Private security. You don't enjoy it?
No, it's the job at the end of the day. I wanted to be a footballer like everyone else.
Yeah, Benty wanted to be a footballer. What level did you get to?
Nothing great. Only Saturday pub 11 type football.
I wanted to be a footballer as well. Just, some people are lucky, Darren. What would you like to say? Because we're talking about, in my opinion, one of the best players on the planet at the moment, Harry Kane. Do you agree?
Yeah, I have to. So I'm a United fan, and I really wish United had signed Harry Kane when he left Spurs. I think he would have. We definitely wouldn't have been suffering as bad as we have the past couple of years if we had him up front. In terms of what I was going to ask you, so I do think he's the best player in the world, and I think he should win the Ballon d'Or. But I think he's not going to win the Ballon d'Or unless he wins the World Cup for England.
No, I think it's a good point. I think a good shout. Definitely, winning the World Cup helps. Like obviously, Messi, obviously, of course, he won his off the back of winning the World Cup.
Yeah.
But do you think that's the last thing that Kane needs?
What do you mean?
To kind of complete the jigsaw. Like we almost felt like with Messi, there was always that argument: who's better, him or Ronaldo? And it just felt like for a lot of people that when Messi won that World Cup, that was it. People that were on the fence.
Well, it does. It gives him that extra
right.
point.
So do you think for Kane and for people to give him the respect he deserves, he needs to bring it home for England?
Yeah.
Because I almost feel like other great players for England haven't been judged like this. Like Wazza, we didn't judge him like this.
No, he didn't.
Do you know what I
No,
mean?
that's a very good point.
Owen, when he wasn't being judged like this.
No. But their numbers weren't this. They were great, but they weren't this.
Yeah, I mean, these numbers are
obscene.
But they're playing the Premier League, though. Not,
Yeah, I know.
I know Michael went to Real Madrid.
It's a good point you made. Thanks for your call.
Someone's put here, Luis Diaz this season's got 25 goals and 19 assists. What is going on in that league?
That is unbelievable. They should never let him go. Gunny, I hope that's how I pronounce it. Gunny joins us. Hi, Gunny.
Hello, mate. How are you?
Good, man. How are you? Am I saying your name correctly?
Yeah, perfect, mate.
Oh,
It's Gundogan, but Gunny's much easier.
Okay, Gunny. Good work. What would you like to say, my friend?
I think Harry Kane is quite possibly one of the best forwards to ever grace the Premier League and has been one of the best players in the world for quite some time now. I just feel like he's wasted his career by going to Bayern.
Where do you think he should have been?
Wasted it.
Madrid, United, somewhere in the Premier League still. Madrid would have been a good move for him. Obviously, they ended up with Mbappe. But yeah, the Bundesliga has been run by Bayern for years and years and years, and I don't think he's going to win the Champions League with them. So I don't know. I just feel like he's wasted his career.
No, I wouldn't say go to a club like Bayern's wasting your career. I mean, they've got so many European titles, and you think about some of the great players that have played. I mean, Lewandowski for years was at Bayern Munich, breaking record upon record. So I wouldn't say he's wasted his career. Listen, if he'd have stayed at Spurs, I'm not saying he's wasted his career, but they're not going to win the Premier League. They're not going to win the Champions League. So you're almost like, I get it, but going to Bayern is a bit different.
Can I ask you a question, Goody? Do you think if Harry Kane came on talkSPORT today and said, do you know what, I'd really love to play for and name the club, do you think every single club would take him, would buy him?
100%. 100%.
So you mentioned Real Madrid, right, with Mbappe. Do you think they would somehow make a way of getting Harry Kane in that starting 11?
Not now they wouldn't, I don't believe.
Okay.
Goody, who would you rather at Arsenal, Harry Kane or Mbappe?
Harry Kane. All day long, Harry Kane.
Yes, I'm Mbappe. All day.
Would you swap Declan Rice for him?
I wouldn't want Mbappe's personality in the changing rooms.
That's a good point.
No, but I want him to win.
Well, would you swap Declan Rice for him?
Yeah, because he can do exactly what Declan does.
Who can? Kane?
In the middle of the pitch, Kane can do what Declan's doing.
No, I don't know about that. But attacking wise, yes, but not like what Declan does defensively.
Craig's a Forest fan. Hi, Craig.
Hi guys, how are you doing? Hi, Andy Goldstein, first time caller here.
Oh wow, you sound very excited. I like that.
You know what he's about to say, didn't you? He wouldn't swap Kane for Chris Wood.
No, he won't say that. If it's first time on national radio.
No, I'm not going to say that. Well, I'm a Kane fan. I love Kane. I think he's a true professional. However, his figures, he's in the Division 2 league. You know what I mean? You put my granddad in that league and he'll score 40 goals.
I think that's a bit harsh.
No, it's not harsh. I like Kane. He's a quality professional, very talented.
Well, Bayern Munich are smashing it in the Champions League, are they not?
He's got 10 goals in 9 games this season in the Champions League.
That's not a Mickey Mouse league, is it? The Champions League?
No, they're not Mickey Mouse league. No, but I just think if he's not in the Premier League, he would not get those figures this season or last season in the Premier League.
He's doing those numbers in the Champions League.
Yeah, but how many goals has he scored in the Champions League?
Benny?
He's got 50 in total, but this season...
but how many in Champions League?
This season alone, he's got 10 goals in 9 games.
Yeah, my granddad can do that.
In the Champions League?
Champions League?
Yeah, easy.
And last year...
Sorry, your granddad wasn't Pele, was he?
He was, to be fair, yeah.
And last season, he got 11 and 13 games in the Champions League.
I mean, no one's doing those numbers in the Champions League.
Yeah, maybe he's better than he has, previous before he left England. But like I say, he's a good guy. I rate him. I think he's got a lot of talent. I just think the defence and the other people around him is not as good as the Premier League.
Do you know how many games fewer it took Messi to get to 50 goals in the Champions League?
Yeah, but it's not about Champions League. It's about the league he's in.
No, but do you know that?
No, I don't know.
Yeah, it's none. It's the same.
Okay.
He got to 50 Champions League goals in the same amount of goals as Lionel Messi, the greatest player ever.
Yeah, but it's like you said, he's on 50 goals this season.
Yep, he is.
But it's all about, obviously, so he's playing more games in the league he is than the Champions League.
Who's the best player in the world?
I would say Stan Collymore.
What's going on there?
Okay, all right. I think that's Probably about enough there. Yeah. Now let's go to Carl, Liverpool fan. Hello, Carl.
Good evening, gentlemen. How are we?
We're very well. How are you, Carl?
Very good.
Who would you, Carl? Who would you say is the best centre forward you've seen in a Liverpool shirt?
Oh, crikey! I would say for skill and everything, Suarez.
Okay, would you swap?
He was a joke.
Would you swap him for Harry Kane?
Absolutely not.
Not that period.
Suarez every day. Absolutely, Suarez every day of the week.
He was doing some. You know what? When he doesn't get mentioned enough, Suarez, about what he was doing in the Premier League. By the way, didn't he? Weren't he suspended for like 8 games and he come back and scored like 32 goals in 33 games or some madness?
He was ridiculous. His numbers were absolutely ridiculous. But on the Kane thing,
yeah.
I've got a couple of points.
Go on then.
For England in the summer with the heat, I think to get the best out of him, the England manager needs to tell him stay up front. Don't drop into our half to get a ball and expend all of that energy in that heat when we need you fighting up front and scoring goals, because I think that's what did him in the previous tournament. But going on Harry Kane as a player, I think he's an absolute elite player, but I think world class gets bandied about for too many players these days.
Yeah, agreed.
If you're talking to compare to world class players, you're talking Maradona, Messi, both Ronaldos, people like Ronaldinho.
What about currently?
No, because I think you've got
if you were picking a squad,
you've got to have a benchmark. You can't just say people are world class.
Yeah, but the benchmark will change over the years, surely, right? If you were talking about the greatest tennis players of all time, you'd put Bjorn Borg in that, but Bjorn Borg would get nowhere near someone like Djokovic.
Nadal, yeah.
You have to have a benchmark to set anything in life, and I think for football there's no difference in that.
Hold on. You just skirted over my point. So the benchmark must change and move with the time. So the benchmark today will be different to the benchmark 30 years ago, right?
Potentially, but until Kane wins maybe a World Cup or a European Championship, like what you've got, if you're saying a benchmark, look at what Maradona did when he went to Napoli. He dragged that club.
Yeah, but he's not about anymore.
No, but I'm saying that's, for me, that's the level of world class. That sort of player, Pele.
Yeah, but okay. Going by your benchmark scenario, hold on. Judging by your benchmark scenario, no one on the planet currently is as good as Messi, right? Is that fair?
No, I think on their day you can be world class. You can have world class moments. You can have
you know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about world class players, right? No one on their day currently is as good as Messi, right?
Probably, yeah.
Okay, and Messi's the benchmark. So that means. Hold on. And Messi's the benchmark. So that means in your world, no one's world class because Messi is, and no one's that level.
Well, at the minute, if you're saying people, you have to have a benchmark, then yes, you could say.
I'm not saying that. You are.
I do think the level of the level of world class, it does get banded around a lot because again I've spoken about it. We have got some great players, but when I think about growing up world class, I'm thinking about R9.
I know, but that yardstick has to move accordingly.
Yeah, of course, with the eras that you're in. Of course, I understand that.
Still to come. Good calls. Thanks for that, Carl. We'll be hearing your voice notes of what's happening, Ben. He's still got 30 minutes to get them in. Time for a bit of no Googling. Simple one. We want to know which goalkeeper has Harry Kane scored the most goals against in his career. That's a very good question. Which I didn't know this. Which goalkeeper has Harry Kane scored the most goals against in his career? The answer to that, what's happening, Bentley, C News, and so much more. Oh, Richard Riakporhe joins us in a minute. Does he join us after the break? Our producer says, with a big grin on his face, yes. Boxing chat with the Midnight Train right after this Live and Drive.
me put this to you, though, Simon. I mean, Arsenal make the headlines all the time now. And, of course, in spite of what John Obi Mikel said, they are in the mix to win everything. Yep. Whether or not they do that, whether or not they win 3 out of 4, 2 out of 4, yeah, maybe it starts this Sunday at Wembley in the Carabao Cup final. I'll be there as they take on Pep's Manchester City. But, of course, no need to think what's been one of the headline stories this week. It's been about the wonder kid. And I say wonder kid, there you go. I've just fallen into the trap. 16-year-old Max Dowman. Big things expected of young Max, and he is performing, at a level that have surprised many at the tender age of 16. But we now understand, Simon, that Max Dowman's dad and brother have obtained FIFA agent licenses with suggestions that they, his family, will manage his career going forward. The family, you won't be surprised to hear, have had approaches from agents since Max's debut as a 15-year-old. That was last August. But they've held out, and now he signed a pre-contract agreement with Arsenal in January, and that will convert into his first pro contract when he turns 17 on the 31st of December. Going forward, it's his father and brother who represent him. Is that the best way forward for Dowman?
I suppose to some extent, from the point of view of having the due care around what's right for the young man, you could argue that. Whether they have the commercial wherewithal, and that's game for. Listen, none of these agents are going to be candidates for Mensa, I can assure you.
Well, after Enzo Fernandez said we'll see when asked about whether he'll stay at Chelsea next season, Liam Rosini says he's had a word.
He made it really, really clear to me how happy he is here at this club, how much he wants to win, how passionate he is for us to be successful. And he also said that in translation and in emotion, things get misconstrued in what he said. He's fully committed to this group. He's fully committed to win here at this football club.
Elsewhere, the referee chiefs of Europe's top leagues have been summoned to the UEFA headmaster's office for a reset meeting about VAR. Roberto Rossetti, the head of UEFA's referees, says we've forgotten the reason why VAR was introduced and reckons it's interfering too much. Meanwhile, is Arne Slot's job still in the balance despite a quarter-final place in the Champions League?
You have to judge the season on its whole.
Yeah.
And if at the end of the season you've got knocked out in the quarterfinals of the Champions League by PSG and you don't finish inside the top 5 of the Premier League, what do you think Liverpool fans will think of that?
Now, the Iranian Football Federation says they have no intention of pulling out of the World Cup, but they will boycott America, despite all 3 of their group games having been scheduled there. Igor Tudor has been charged by the FA after comments he made about the referee Thomas Bramall following defeat at Fulham. Tudor accused Bramall of being a home referee. There's more at talkSPORT.com.
Welcome out to Driver talkSPORT, me, Andy Goldstein. Darren Bent alongside. I've put up, by the way, on my Instagram, Andy Goldstein05, the little link for you to vote for talkSPORT Drive as your favourite show. If you could do that, Benny's going to buy you a drink. So the more votes, the more chance we have of me taking home the trophy. Before the break, ask a question. Which goalkeeper has Harry Kane scored the most goals against in his career? Any idea?
I'm going to go for De Gea.
No. Do you want a clue?
Go on then.
His dad used to play in goal as well.
Oh, that's a good one, that.
As well.
Kasper.
Kasper Schmeichel, yeah. 19 goals.
Wow.
Scored against him at Leicester and Celtic.
Boy, I bet he loved that one. As soon as Leicester come about, here we go.
Yeah, here we go. Still can't be in your voice notes in what's happening, Benny. But now, let's turn our attention to a bit of boxing as we say hello and good afternoon to this man.
The Midnight Train, Richard Riakporhe.
Yes, not heard that for a long time, that music. Richard, the Midnight Train Riakporhe, will fight Jamie TKB for the British heavyweight title on the undercard of Tyson Fury's comeback fight in April. And we are delighted to say that Richard joins us live on Drive to look ahead to it. Hello, Richard Riakporhe. How are you, sir?
Very good. How you doing, Andy? It's been a minute.
I'm good. It's been a long time. We haven't seen or spoke to you for a long, long time. Are you good? Is everyone well in your world?
Everybody's well. Can't complain.
Good. Listen, me and Benty saw you at the weigh-in for your, I think it was your first, you'll correct me, it might be your second, but your heavyweight fight that you had on the same bill as Conor Benn against Chris Eubank Jr. Was that your first heavyweight fight?
That was my second.
Second.
That was my second one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have to say, me and Benty were both like wowed by your size, your sheer size, because you were big at cruiserweight, but you just look massive at heavyweight. Is it easier for you to make that weight? Do you feel more comfortable at heavyweight, Richard?
I feel much more comfortable. I can eat what I want. I feel like it was a battle of trying to fight to make weight. And now I can eat anything I want. Well, not technically anything, but I can eat bigger portions of food. My hormones are better. I'm in a better mood and I'm feeling so much better for sure.
Rich, you feel you carry the power better now you're at heavyweight?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I feel like I'm more muscle on my posterior. And if you know boxing, you know a lot of the power comes from there. You know, you can see by my back. I'm sure that you saw at the weigh-in. It's just packing on so much more muscle, but that proper boxing muscle, if you know what I mean.
Mm. You had a chance to become cruiserweight champion of the world. It didn't quite happen for you. This fight, this fight that's coming up on that Tyson Fury bill is for the British heavyweight title. Some unbelievable names on that roll of honour. How important and what would it mean to you to become British heavyweight champion?
It would mean a lot. In fact, it's something that I've been talking about for probably this past week, how prestigious the British heavyweight title is. I don't think it gets enough respect that it should. I won the British heavyweight title at cruiserweight in 2019. And now I have a chance to add to my legacy to become the two-time British heavyweight champion in cruiserweight and the heavyweight division. So it's something pretty special. And I just want to kind of market it. I want people to understand a bit more about the title and understand the history about it. It's crazy when you go back in the heavyweight division that it goes back probably like around a century, you know, probably a bit more. It's great to be a part of that.
Rich, you must be excited because when you're now a heavyweight boxer and you look at the amount of boxers now and big fights are in that heavyweight division, you must feel to yourself, if you can get through this fight, there's a lot of big fights there for you.
Yeah, there's massive fights and I can go and rectify what I didn't do at the cruiserweight division, win a world title at heavyweight. So that's my focus. I'm prepared for it, preparing for it and evolving as a fighter. And it's amazing because now you understand the heavyweight division. It's pretty much British. All of the best fighters are here. And I'm just really grateful to be a part of it. And now my name is being mentioned as somebody ranked in the top 10 now in a few of the organizations. So it's great to be a part of it, for sure.
Richard, do you feel it's a good time to be getting involved in the heavyweight division? Because you've got, great fighters like Usyk, AJ and Fury. They're all sort of coming towards the end of their career, whenever that will be. They're not in the peak of it. They're coming towards the end of it. So do you feel as though coming through, you're going to have maybe a couple more shots at the world title than you would have perhaps had maybe 5-6 years ago when they were all in their pomp?
Absolutely. And I think it's going to be really interesting. So the landscape of boxing, it changes so much. one day it could be a certain way and it could just flip on its head the next day. We've all seen that with what's going on with the Zupa boxing organization and their intentions. And I feel the belts are going to be dispersed, and a lot of British fighters are going to be boxing for these titles, and I believe I'm going to be one of them. Tyson Fury, Usyk, Joshua, they have certain fights that they want before they bow out. And obviously Usyk has got most of the titles, but he's already said he's got 3 fights left, and he's not planning to defend the titles with WBC. And I feel like there's going to be a moment where he's just going to relinquish every single title, and then everything is going to be up for grabs. And people like myself, we're going to be trying to grab those titles.
Richard, I know you don't look too far ahead, and listen, we've got more than enough belief in you that you're going to win your next fight. But ideally, once you come through that next fight, who is it that you'd like to fight next?
So my plan is to talk to my team and see what makes the most sense. Right now, I'm in an interesting situation. For the first time ever, I'm boxing on Netflix, so everybody can tune in. Never boxed on Netflix before, but if we're going to talk the viewer numbers, I think the lowest for a main event was like 35 million.
Wow!
So it's put me in a whole different position I've ever been in before. You know, after this fight, people all around the world will know who Richard Riakporhe, the Midnight Trainers, and I think with marketing and attention and a good performance, I think this could take me to a completely different stratosphere. You know, so I'm really excited, and I'm just in the gym training hard and just completely focused on this fight only. I'm not even looking ahead. I'm not even looking at tomorrow. I just want to do a good job here and then go from there.
Right, but let's just say you won your fight and there was like 8 phones in the room. They all rang with all different opponents for your next fight. Which phone would you go to?
I'll go to the phone where a world title fight is involved. Let's just say that.
Okay. So if we've got Fabio Wardley against Dane Dubois, right?
Yeah.
That fight's coming up. So would you like to fight the winner of that next then? Because that'll be for a world title.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, that was easy to get out of you, wasn't it?
Also,
Yeah.
Rich, I've got a quick question. Why are you in a basement? What's going
That's
on?
training gym, man. That's what they look like.
I'm in a gym.
Yeah, come on. But Benny's never been in a gym.
You and I. Someone asked you a question. Can someone help him? He's been locked in a basement.
Rich, here's the difference. You and I, we're like boxers, and we know what gyms look like. Benny's never been in a gym. That's the problem, Richard.
Yeah, it makes sense. It makes a lot of sense.
Before we let you go, for your fight, the big fight that's going to be on Netflix, lots of famous people will be there. Have you asked Madonna if she's going to come down and watch you?
No, but I will ask her.
Are you still friendly with her?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. You seen her recently, Rich?
I haven't seen her recently.
All right.
But been in contact. Her son. She told me her son came to the fight, and she was trying to come to the fight, to my last fight in November. But he had some commitments with music, so she couldn't have come. But she was very for me.
All right. You can still hear us. Oh, that'd be nice. That'd be nice for you. And how are you? How's your love life? Because it's a bit quiet last time. Are you all right?
Yeah, all is good. My love life right now is the gym, boxing, focus. That's it.
Richard, when are we getting our gowns with Midnight Train on the back? Because I want to wear one of them when I get out of the shower.
You want a gown now?
Yeah, with Midnight Train on the back.
What type of gown do
you know when you go into the ring, like you got a gown round you, like in Rocky, right?
What material do you want? Do you want the silk? Do you want cotton? Egyptian cotton?
Egyptian cotton, that's the one.
Egyptian cotton. Whatever is the most, whatever Madonna would have, I want that one.
All right, then let me ask you a question. What thread count do you want? Do you want 400 thread count? Do you want 800?
800 sounds beautiful.
I mean 1600. I don't know if you can get to 1600, but that's the one I'm after, Rich.
I got you. You've been supporting me from the very beginning, Andy. So I'll do that for you for sure.
Well, listen,
Darren, I'm not too sure about you.
Wait, when he gets into a gym for the first time, right?
Yeah, we have to come to the gym first.
Will you do me will you promise me something, right? When you become British champion, heavyweight champion, which you will after this fight, between winning it and before your next fight, will you come into the studio with the belt and we'll have a proper chat?
Yeah, I promise you.
Okay. Rich, you look wonderful. I'm so pleased everything's going great for you. Good luck with this fight. You don't need it because you'll win hands down. But
good luck, Rich.
We love you coming on the
Thank
show.
you.
Midnight Train, always a pleasure. Thanks, man.
Appreciate it, guys.
Thanks, man. There you go. Have you met Richard before? Have you?
You having a laugh?
No.
Coming to the studio about.
Oh, I
7
can't remember.
times.
I can't remember because he came in when I was doing Sports Bar loads. But
Well, you've
I
not
can't
been doing
remember.
Sport Bar for like 5 years.
No,
haven't
I know, but I can't remember if you've been here. You're off.
Yeah.
You're off tomorrow. You're off. I don't know.
Yeah, he's been loads of times with us.
I mean, he's such a lovely fellow, and he's huge.
I'm pretty sure he was in there with Chris Billam Smith, sitting next to each other.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, I don't remember that. I don't know what I was upstairs for.
What was the one? What was the one? Not Zhang Joyce. There was
Yeah,
one.
Zhang, it was that
No,
one.
no, not the one where they had the translator next
and
to
you
me.
were speaking to the translator.
No, but what was the one where it got heated, man? And was it Wardley? Was it Wardley Clark? That was
in here.
Remember?
No, I don't.
That was like, oh,
it really?
the attention, man.
Even the bouncers were a little bit nervous. weren't
Yeah.
they? We're going to have, where are we? Oh, my God, Best of TalkSport. When we cut the show's flying by. Look at that. Best of TalkSport when we come back.
I don't know about Barca.
What do you mean?
I don't know about
They
Barca.
won 8-3.
Yeah, first half Newcastle the better side.
Yeah, I know, but
No, I'm not convinced by them. I'm not convinced.
Here's my take on it. That you're right. The league is. I don't look. You know, you look at over the league phase. The Premier League teams go, God, look at us. We're
just too
dominating
strong
Europe
into-
because we're too strong over.
yes.
You know, an 8-9 game. How many games you play, right? But when it comes to the elite level, when it comes to the knockout rounds and the big games against the big dogs, we get found out because our Premier League, really, I don't think the quality is that great.
No, it's not
It's
great.
been a set-piece league.
Yeah.
It's all been about long throws, direct football. And you play against PSG, you play against Real Madrid, you play against Barcelona, Bayern Munich, you know, even Atletico, you know, in Madrid. We get found out because they know how to play football.
They are football teams in the true sense of the word. But that doesn't necessarily mean to say that Arsenal, who are going to be have got their criticism, aren't capable of going and doing what they're doing in the Premier League and overpowering teams and dominating games because Arsenal are the best at it.
Yeah.
They're the best at it.
Do you think Arsenal are going to win it?
Mate, if they don't, then I think they're
secret Arsenal fan this season. What's
Mate,
that mean?
listen, what is on? I've got no love. I hope Arsenal fall at the last every time. But you've got to appreciate a good side. You've got to appreciate what they do, and they do it well. Dark arts, all of that. I've said this. I want my side Chelsea to be more like them. We are
You
incapable.
got beat 8-2.
But that's what I mean. I want to be more like Arsenal.
You didn't respect the ball.
I want to be more like Arsenal, mate.
Drive and talkSPORT, me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent, still to come with you in your voice notes in What's Happening, Benty. Reminder, you can hear live commentary of Midtjylland against Forest over on talkSPORT 2. Palace, they're currently taking on Larnaca in the Conference League 2. Ian Abrahams is watching that one for talkSPORT.
And we played 6.5 minutes. Larnaca 0, Palace 0. Palace, though, have started really well. One good chance, diagonal ball to the from left to the right-hand side. Cushion ball in by Larson. First time for Ismail Assar inside the 6-yard box. Couldn't wrap his foot around the ball and only hit the side netting. Larnaca, like last week at Selhurst, parking everybody behind the ball. It's up to Palace to make the game. 6.5 gone. Larnaca 0, Palace 0.
Great work, Jack. Thanks, Moogs. Right, time for the best of talkSPORT. The best of talkSPORT. Let's kick things off with last night's Sports Bar. Here's the fun boy Jason Cundy describing a trip to the Isle of Wight.
We went to a nightclub called Colonel Bogey's, and when they heard out that we were from London, they were like, "Right, lads, don't want no trouble." I'm like, "What do you mean no trouble?"
Really?
Yeah, they heard our accent. Yeah, we went out to the Isle of Wight up for a weekend.
Well, did you rock up looking for trouble?
No, but you could see that we were from London and that we'd sounded from London. Bloke, we don't know trouble. And what are you on about? We're Colonel Bogies. Colonel Bogey.
I know about Cundy and his nightclubs. He used to go to a nightclub when he was a footballer. Leather pants, leather waistcoat, no shirt on underneath.
Wow. What's that club called?
Tell us about the worst night you've ever had out.
I mean, do you know what? Lucky enough, I was fortunate enough not to really have too many bad nights out, to be honest. I wasn't a drinker, so that was always all right. A few altercations here and there, but I remember we went to Cambridge one time and got into a bit of an altercation with a rugby team.
Oh, my God, why?
Just because rugby players a little bit, do you know what I mean? I don't know what it was, but there's this thing between footballers and rugby players, and we was in that, well, me and my friends who I grew up with in the same venue as them, they didn't like it, but it soon got...
You weren't punting, were you?
No, I weren't punting, no.
Okay. Remember to get your calls into Cundy and Hard. Sports Bar is back tonight at 12:15. 10:15.
On to this morning's breakfast show. Here's Big Alan Brazil being asked to choose between having Andy's hair or Simon Jordan's.
I think I'd rather have hair.
Hair.
You're laughing at it. I think I'd probably have. I think Simon.
Simon?
Yeah.
I think Simon's hair would look lovely on you.
Yeah, because that barn of Andy's would make me. It'd change my personality. I'd be arrogant. I'd be like thinking I'm, one of the Oasis brothers, and nah. Simon will do me.
Maybe it'll turn you into a decent broadcaster. Go on.
Hey, have you got a response?
No, I don't know what is Brazil. He's always going for me. I'll let him have his moment in the sun. It's fine.
Okay, who's a bigger man?
Yeah, a bigger man. I just get bored with just easy sort of like... I mean, look at my hair. Look at Jordan's. There's only one winner.
Yeah, Simon's got good hair, innit? You're right.
He's got very good hair, yeah.
If you had to have someone that talks about hair other than your own, who are you picking? Thank you. You like the high top fade, innit? Nice.
I'll take your hair. Yeah, no problem at all, yeah.
The breakfast show returns at 6 tomorrow morning. Just for that, make sure you download 21 minutes to go.
Good work, man. Good work. Right, let's finish with the moment.
Jack, honestly, you ruined it.
Oh, this is good, Jack. I've not heard this. Here's yours truly, Darren Bent, giving a hosting masterclass on a Sunday night.
Now, shortly, you'll find out what did Fraser Campbell do with his credit card, and also the decision that he had to make when it was the birth of his first child or representing England, which he did on one occasion. So that's a real fascinating interview with him. You also meet UK-born NFL player Menelik Watson, and another Guess My Goal is coming up very shortly. And this is the Darren Bent Boot Room with me, Darren Ambrose, and talkSPORT's Alex Crook. But first, let's get to the cricket. Guy Swindles. Oh, gee. That is absolutely a true... Who let me go on air that?
That's unbelievable. Wait, you've come a long way, Mark.
Honestly, that is appalling.
Rate that out of 10.
2.
I think there's one more it should be.
Jeez.
What do you miss most about doing the boot room?
Listen, I miss Ambrose, miss Crookie. We had a good laugh on the Sunday. And do you know what? I miss the Sunday gang in terms of out there on the floor. We always had a good laugh.
Yeah, that's nice. Would you accept a truce where you're nice about 21 minutes to go, available to download now, in return for Jack not digging up any more old boot room?
No, because I think it's funny. I like having a pop at 21 minutes ago and like hearing how bad I was in the boot room.
Jack, you've got to go. You've got to sit through an entire boot room to find the goodness, right?
That was absolutely
But it's every link, isn't it?
Shocking.
It's every link, yeah. You can find the boot room nowhere because it was cancelled. 21 minutes to go with me and Cundy's available wherever you get your podcast from. New episodes drop every Monday and Thursday, and today's Thursday, so one has dropped.
Would you win if you listen to it? Download it.
Oh yeah, if you If you download it, this is true actually. If you download today's episode, you get a free Harrier jump jet. How's that even in my head? You don't, by the way. It's just made that up. And when we come back, the final hour, one more Billy will be doing absolutely nothing because he's been doing that for the last hour. What's happening, Ben?
So, Milenkovic has been kicked in his face about 3 times. He's fuming. Look, Milenkovic. Look.
Of course he's going to be fuming. What's happening, Bentley, when we come back? Bit of drive well wide. That's
like 3 times.
That's going to hurt. And one more Billy will be in the studio working for a change. All that and so much more coming last hour drive and talk sport after this.
It's Darren here, by the way, Darren Ambrose.
Aston Villa, 40 goals.
I saw that, mate.
That's incredible, Ali. That's the same as Spurs.
Wow.
Leeds United have scored 37. West Ham have scored 36. But 40 goals for Aston Villa. And yesterday, Watkins, no confidence. When he gets 1v1, he had a chance to get past Maguire, loses the ball. Rodgers was giving the ball away a bit too much yesterday. Brendia offers 0. Leon Bailey comes on, offers less than 0.
I know, mate.
And a lot of the players that are playing at the moment, Ali, have been at the club for far too long.
Yeah.
And that was the oldest, by the way, Mr. McCoist. Aston Villa fielded their oldest starting 11 since 2012.
Was it really?
Yes.
I'm loving more than anything. Not even that start. I'm just loving your preparation to know that start, mate. You're all
Ali,
over it, mate.
29 years of age was the average age of Aston Villa starting 11, and that's not like Villa.
No, mate.
Abraham comes on, doesn't look like the Tammy Abraham of old. I think they've got a lot of problems, Ali, and John McGinn, big plus while he was on the pitch, him being back. Tielemans might be back after the international break. But when I look at the squad of players that we've got, Ali, Sancho wasn't available last night. Apart from Rodgers, I don't see a player who can get past the man. And I've been having this conversation with so many people. And I go back to my time, Ali. I wasn't a great finisher. But you know what I could do, Ali? I could get past the player.
Yeah, and
I'll get 1v1. I'm taking you on every time.
Gabby, that's what I've said. It's the most important thing in the game, man.
Aguero, Solskjaer, Deeney, Watkins. Sure, you know all about those last-minute goals, but have you heard the one about the on-loan goalkeeper who saved his temporary employers from disappearing out the Football League and into almost certain financial oblivion? Back in 1999, Carlisle United, managed by Nigel Pearson, were fighting to stay in the Football League. Carlisle's finances were precarious with a capital P that season, leading to a scenario where, with 3 games to go, they had to ask the FA to sanction an emergency loan deal to bring in a goalkeeper. Swindon Town's Jimmy Glass arrived at the club. His efforts in his first 2 games earned the Cumbrians 2 draws. Those vital points meant that Carlisle went into their final game of the Division 3 season, now League 2, needing to beat mid-table Plymouth Argyle in front of their own fans and hope their relegation rival Scarborough didn't win against Peterborough at home. The game at the McCain Stadium finished 1-1, and with the same scoreline at Brunton Park deep into injury time, Scarborough's fans invaded the pitch en masse, believing their Football League status was secure, convinced they'd done enough to stay up. However, there'd be one more plot twist. Carlisle won a corner in the dying seconds, and up came Jimmy Glass. In one of those you couldn't make it up moments, Glass scored from a rebounded header and was promptly swamped by teammates and thousands of fans who quite simply couldn't believe what they'd just witnessed. As for Jimmy Glass, he became an overnight celebrity, but he never played for Carlisle again, and his playing career never really kicked on after that defining moment. He took on various jobs outside of football before finding his way back into the sport as player liaison officer at Eddie Howe's Bournemouth, and most recently the general manager at non-league Wimborne. Not the fairy tale ending to one of the most Hollywood moments in football, but the name Jimmy Glass will live on forever as the scorer of that goal, arguably the most important in any club's history.
Welcome back to Last Hour Drive and talkSPORT. Me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent is here.
And this is the Darren Bent Boot Room with me, Darren Ambrose.
Your name's not Darren Ambrose. Still to come will be in your voice notes in What's Happening Benty. Right now over on talkSPORT 2 you can hear Midtjylland against Forest in the Europa League. The score is currently goalless. Let's have a little listen in, shall we? Your commentators, former Paddy midfielder, the wonderful Darren Ambrose. He's alongside the equally brilliant Alex Crook.
Yeah, and it looked like his bravado was just a little bit too strong for Ndoye, and he's given the foul, and they've taken it quickly once again.
As we welcome listeners from talkSPORT, Forest on the attack, but the ball one back on the edge of the Midtjylland penalty area, and then cleared up to Milenkovic inside the centre circle. 20 minutes gone, still goalless on the night, so Forest remain 1-0 down on aggregate. The best chance we've had, a corner from Bakwa that Milenkovic really should have headed home, but completely missed the flight of the ball. As James McAtee comes forward down the right, he's been fouled by Osorio, and it's going to be a Nottingham Forest free kick and a chance to get across into the penalty area, Darren Ambrose.
Yeah, they need to get James McAtee on the ball more, Murray Hutchinson on the ball more. We just see a free kick a few moments ago, didn't we? A little bit further out where they wasted it. They played it short and went wide. This is in a real dangerous position, this one. They need to get the delivery right.
They do seem to have the advantage, Nottingham Forest, in terms of their physical prowess.
Yeah, Milenkovic, Morato. I mean, the one you just said, the corner, Bakwa delivered it. Milenkovic just needed to head it home. And he's just, Mads Beck, the captain of Midtjylland, was just too strong for him.
Well, James McAtee is one of two Forest players stood over this free kick, and Ndoye the other, wearing red boots this evening. There are a queue of 5 Forest players lined up around the penalty spot. It's a woeful delivery from Ndoye. Doesn't beat the first man. Cleared away, and it stays. Midtjylland 0, Nottingham Forest 0.
Tremendous. Well, I think there's a goal coming in that one, actually. A reminder that game is live right now over on talkSPORT 2. The easiest way to listen is by downloading the free-to-download talkSPORT app wherever you can. Swipe between our sister stations. Right, time now for this.
Benty, what's up? Oh, Benty, what's up? What's up? What's up?
I do love this feature. What's Happening, Benny, where we give you the floor to ask for Burton Albion, Lonely, Darren Bent. Anything your heart desires and mastermind failure.
Was it say it on there?
No, just add that bit. Should we go to the first? I think the best place to start is probably number 1. Should we do that, Jack?
What's happening, Benty? In your opinion, what food tastes just as nice hot as it does cold? And also, what food should only be eaten either hot or cold?
Before you answer that, there's been a goal in the Palace game. Let's find out which way it's gone. Watching for talkSPORT is Ian Abrahams.
Larnaca 0, Palace 2. It's another goal for Ismail Assar, though it might be checked by VAR for offside. Yes, it has been checked and disallowed. He just strayed offside. Or has he? I mean, they're still checking it, actually. The goalkeeper's lined up as if he's absolutely certain that it's going to be disallowed for offside. It did look a very tight call, but I think if I was going to put a pound of the Andy Goldstein money on it, then I would say that it probably will be disallowed for offside, because it did look like he just strayed. But he got the opening goal, tapping the ball home. If he's got this one, it's a neat header from a free kick, but it has been disallowed. So it remains Larnaca 0, Palace 1. Palace lead 1-0 on aggregate. Sorry, boys.
Moose, don't be putting any of my kids' inheritance money on the line.
It's only a quid.
They're not getting more than that, let me tell you. Moose, keep up the good work.
Cheers.
Cheers, man.
Unbelievable.
I don't know if that was his real laugh or Jack pressed the button. Was that his genuine? Was that real? That was his real laugh.
Wow.
That's incredible, isn't it?
Clip that, Jack.
Right, have you got the answer to the question? What food tastes just as nice?
Do you know what? It's a bit of a rogue shout, but pizza. You know, if you've had the pizza the night before, and when you get up in the morning...
Comfortable. If Chinese food, yeah, I'd agree with you.
No, not Chinese. Ugh.
Yeah, no, that's nice.
No, pizza, trust me. Cold the next day, lovely.
Next day?
Yeah, but it can't be like pizza. It's got to be like Papa John's, that type pizza.
I'll tell you what, he's amazing the next day. My wife makes an unbelievable chicken and broccoli like pie.
Yeah.
When you have it, it's good. The next day, mind blowing.
Cold?
No, heat it up.
Okay, so what's the point in that? Why are you telling that
What
story?
food tastes just as nice? Oh, yeah. No, forget that.
Let me write that one down. Chicken and chicken pie.
Hey, let me tell you now, my friend. Chicken and broccoli is mind-blowing.
Okay, get it.
She does
You
it.
eat it cold, yeah? There you go.
I do, yeah, I do.
Jack, next one, please,
I do,
mate.
actually, yeah.
What's up, Benty? Afternoon, Darren. A few years ago, I picked you up in my black cab. It was only a short journey up to Viraswamy for your dinner. Fare went to about £6, but when you got out, you gave me a score. So what I want to know is, what's the biggest fare you've ever given to a cab driver?
I hope people are listening to that.
Oh,
I see. That's DB, man of the people.
You don't even know what the score is.
20.
Yeah, you didn't know that, did
I
you?
did. Honestly, £6 fare. No,
I don't believe that.
Well, no, you can't question him. Integrity. That's C. DB, man of the people.
Absolute
Six
goal.
quid.
You ain't no way you're tipping
Yeah.
£14.
I would,
Oh, wait. Right, let me just tell you a story about
No, it's
what
not about
Darren
you.
Bent's like. We got in the lift to go to floor 14 in the canteen
Yep.
to get a coffee, and while we're waiting for the lift, straight away he goes, "Oi, your turn to buy it. I bought yesterday's."
Yeah, because take turns, right? But anyway, man of the people.
Jeez.
Cab driver. There you go. 20. Score. Legend.
What, even if you do say so
Yeah,
yourself?
yeah. You heard it.
Go on,
Hey, you know what? You heard it there first.
Well, yeah. That's your mate, that is. What's the biggest fare you've ever given to a cabbie?
Oof,
That was it there, wasn't it?
Nah, there was one, which I've told the story about in the Netherlands.
I don't know.
No,
You told it in the Netherlands?
I told you about being in the Netherlands.
Oh, yeah.
And I went to pick up them trainers.
Oh, yeah.
I think the cab fare was about €300.
To go and get how much for the trainers?
A lot.
Oh, okay, so it's worth it.
Yeah, it was worth it. Oh, there was no one leaving that country without them.
Oh, okay. But you're a footballer, so you had money to burn, right?
Yeah, but
And you
no-
were stupid back then.
No, but do you know what I like about that cabbie? You know, what's his name again?
Ah.
No name. Love it though.
You shouldn't dine. That tells me you don't do that often. If it's me, I'll go, yeah, I do it all the time.
No,
Not a big deal.
Do you know what's funny though? Not one person would ever say that about you.
Oh, I tip, my friend.
Well, maybe we'll get a cabbie that called on these.
All right, if you're a cabbie and I've tipped you, right? 03717223344.
So, that is a great shout.
Go on.
Andy only does freebies. Correct.
Only freebies if I can get away with it. So, what are you getting involved for?
Ipswich.
How's your jacket?
Ah,
How's your jacket?
Here he is.
How's your jacket
Here
you
he
got
is.
for nothing?
There he is. Look. Oh, this
Throw me under the bus. You're a disgrace.
No, you're a
Joe.
disgrace.
He's keyed you to say he only does freebies, sitting there in a brand new
No,
free coat.
it weren't Joe. It was Jack.
Yeah, I ain't got anything for Jack. Right, to the next one.
Benny, what's up?
If you were stuck in a prison cell, which member of the talkSPORT team, presenters or backroom staff or anybody would you want to be with?
I ain't comfortable.
Why are you in a prison cell?
Yeah, I'm comfortable with that.
What you done? What you done? I'll tell you what you done. You ain't tipped the cabbie.
No, I have, mate.
You've done a runner this time.
I mean, which person from TalkSport? One person? I mean, there's so many people to name it there. Like, no, you annoy me. Probably not you.
It's got to be me, D.
I would go.
It's got to be me.
Can I have a few, Joe, or just one?
How big's this prison?
I have 2 people.
Right. I know you. Oh, you can't say you're thinking of.
Yeah, no. I was just thinking, how can I get them in there? I'd probably go for you one, and I'd go for Crookie so we can bully him.
Yeah, let's go here. Bully him in the prison.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying that. No, that's what I said to Joe. What if I can get a few more people in there? Nah, Joe, I'm not going to do it.
No, there's a line I desperately want to say, but I can't even say it, can I? Can I just say it, and then if you want to...
No, just don't say it.
On to the next one.
What's up, Paddy? Gordon here, Birmingham City fan. There's some iconic tunes that teams run out to, or a song by the fans. What's your favourite song to run out to, and which one intimidated you the most in your playing career?
Good questions this week, by the way.
Do you know what one I used to really enjoy? Chelsea's one. What's that one called? The
Oh yeah, the old one. Not
Chelsea.
Yeah.
No, so
What's that one?
Oh, I can't remember what it's called.
Billy. He's doing nothing. He's watching Friends again. Yeah. That's the Chelsea song. Yeah.
Right, that one. And the reason why is because obviously my dad was taking me to Chelsea since I was a kid.
What do you call him?
My dad was taking me.
No, the team.
Chelsea.
Oh yeah. Cheatsy. Yeah. Cheatsy.
No, he was taking me to Chelsea.
Cheatsy.
As a kid. So I'd hear it, watching the players warm up, getting all excited, and then to become a pro, and then go out to the same music.
That's
nice. That's probably my favourite.
Okay. What the music?
But now I love North London forever.
That's such a band.
Unbelievable that.
When you come out of chant, what they play?
Nothing, I don't think.
Ipswich?
No, but Ipswich had this thing when we score a goal. That's
original, isn't it? Well done.
I love that, yeah.
Well done. Any other teams? Sunderland?
No, nothing, no. Although I like the song they used to sing about me, but that's about it.
Darren Bent tips a cabbie. On to the next one, please.
What's happening, Benty? If you and Andy and the Drive Time team were a kitchen utensil, what kitchen utensil would you each be and why? Leader West Ham fan. Great show.
When you talk about utensils, are we talking about that knife? Could that be one?
Yeah, anything you
definitely stab me in the back. So you'll be the knife. Jack would be the sieve.
Why is that? Because everything's through it.
Joe would probably be the pin, the rolling pin, hard nut. Rolling pin.
He's not hard.
Yeah, Joe's the rolling pin.
Thick, I mean.
Billy would be like, you know that thing you...
No, I'll tell you what Billy would be.
No, go on.
The thing you used to hold a corn on the cob, just point.
No, see, because that's quite... I was thinking Billy's like, you know that brush you get when you're trying to marinate your meat?
Oh, yeah.
He's that... You marinate your meat, like chicken, lamb.
Yeah.
He's that brush. He's like that, you know what I mean? Just
a bit flaky.
Yeah, here you go, Bill.
Yeah.
I would probably be the...
Who you go, man?
I would be the... I don't know what I'd be actually, utensils. I'd be the drawer holding it all together.
That's a great answer.
Yeah, I'd be the drawer.
Yeah. In that busted kitchen.
Give your meat a good old rub.
I mean, where's that come from?
Yeah, what's going on? You're doing your work at home now. Ainsley, why have you got Ainsley at hand? On to the next one, please, Jack.
What's Benty? A question. When you are training with your different clubs for the different competitions, do you have access to the different match balls for the upcoming match? And what is your favorite match ball?
Right, it's a really good question. First of all, that song is The Liquidator. Chelsea. The Liquidator. Right. And so...
I thought you meant that was your...
No, so he's talking about...
Kitchen utensil, The Liquidator.
No, so when a new Premier League ball was being introduced, we would get the ball first and get to train with it pre-season to get used to it. So, but my favourite ever football, I mean, I can't remember all the ones.
Adidas.
No, my favourite ever would be Mitre Delta, the first one that came out.
Yeah.
Oh my!
Was that hard to kick?
Do you know what it was? But then the leather was beautiful. But you knew no different then, did you?
No, you didn't. But I remember kicking that as a kid, and I was just a kid, but it hurt my toe.
Do you know what?
It was every ball, wasn't it?
This is going to sound funny, and people are going to go, really?
Tango, Adidas Tango, that was a ball.
That was nice.
Go on.
In the winter time, when we was in the Division 1, Ipswich, not the Championship, Division 1, the yellow balls used to come out at Christmas. It was like kicking a brick. Now, I know there's no difference, yellow and the white ball, but the yellow one used to feel like a brick.
Yeah, but that's because when that yellow ball's coming out, it's freezing cold.
Yeah, so it just felt like a... Oh.
They don't do that anymore now, do they?
Yeah, the yellow balls... Is the yellow ball still a thing?
No, I don't think it is, because all the grounds are perfectly clear, right? Joe said it's still a thing. They introduced the yellow ball. I don't remember seeing a yellow ball. Really? I think you've just made that up. Why? If there's no snow about, why would they bring out a yellow ball? I think you've made that up, Joe. No. What? Kim Marshall? Oh, commercial. All right, good work. Well done, everyone.
Great questions,
We
Zach.
can only do a What's Happening, Benty.
Thank you to the cabbie, so people can know the real DB.
Lots of people have texted in, by the way.
No, because you ain't got messages on your phone.
I've got my own message.
Yeah,
Andy
yeah,
texted me
yeah,
50
yeah,
quid the
yeah,
other
no.
day for £5.
See that?
I was a cabbie driving past Andy, he just threw £100 at me for no reason. Good text coming in, keep coming in.
Honestly, it's like, man of the people, no?
I had a suitcase in the back, had 4 million in it. It was Andy's. He just said, keep it. That's the generous fella he is. You should all vote for him from that Trickable thing. Nice. Keep coming
He's
in.
devastated.
Have a
Isn't
week.
he? You know what? One week, Joe. I'd like a WhatsApp Andy.
No, we don't know.
No,
It's not,
no,
I've
well,
always said it's not about me. It's about you.
You absolute
I've always said that.
liar.
It's not about me. I told you that. All right. People don't want to see the pilot. They want to see the stewardess. More from me and DB right after this.
How have they gone from Club World Cup champions to men against boys? Because that's what that was.
Well, some would argue that that was a game where PSG were not the PSG of the cup final that they played 2 months earlier in the Champions League, or a slightly under-aroused PSG that might have not been as motivated by this tournament. Danny will have you believe that this is a meaningless tournament that has no merit in it whatsoever. So when you're comparing the efficacy of a World Club Championship against the deep-seated meaning and the orthodoxy of the Champions League, you might be comparing apples with oranges.
I think, to be fair to Chelsea, in isolation, this two-legged tie against PSG, for 65 minutes in the first leg, Chelsea were really good and competitive, yeah? And there wasn't that much between the two teams. The obvious lack of experience at centre-half and the problems at goalkeeper are evident, and Carra spoke about this on the night brilliantly. This has been coming. You know, they're not great defensively. They have moments where they can concede chance after chance. Some that's not been addressed for a while, since Thiago Silva's left. Now, 2 games against Arsenal they've lost. 2 games against PSG they've lost. There's a gap, no doubt. The disappointing thing, I think, is more so, and where the disgruntlement has come from a group of Chelsea fans, or some, is Leeds at home, draw. Burnley at home, draw. Newcastle at home, lose. That is a build-up of poor performances and bad discipline and sendings off.
Yeah.
And the question marks are inevitable. The question marks are inevitable when you have a run of form where you're not beating the likes of Leeds and Burnley at home and you're getting spanked by PSG.
So you say there's a gap. How big is the gap? And why is there still a gap? Because they're 4 years into this project.
Java, talkSPORT, me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent alongside. Still to come, be joined by Kevin Atchard for a drive worldwide. Just quickly, Palace, they're in Conference League action right now. They're taking on Larnaca. The Moose, the wonderful Ian Abrahams, is watching for talkSPORT. Moose, where are we at?
8 to the break, Palace lead. It's Larnaca 0, Palace 1-1-0 on aggregate thanks to that goal on 13 minutes scored by Ismaila Sarr. Thought he had a second with a header 9 minutes later. That was cancelled out by the VAR. So at the moment it's Larnaca 0, Palace 1. Palace lead by the same score on aggregate.
Thanks, Moose. Good work, Jack, as always. Just fading up the wrong music. Excellent stuff. Jack's unbelievable, isn't he?
What's that?
Jack, can I just say, no matter how many times I take the mickey out of you, and I genuinely mean this, our show's better for it. All right? We love you, Jack. Good work.
I'll take it. It's beautiful, that. I'll take it.
Now, I'm looking forward to hearing this piece of audio. I've not heard it. Chelsea boss Liam Rossini has been speaking to the media ahead of his side's game away to Everton on Saturday. He was mocked online during the week for passing a tactical note to winger Alejandro Garnacho whilst 8-2 on aggregate to PSG with 5 minutes to go. He responded to that in the press conference today. Let's have a listen.
I will always do my best in whatever circumstance for the team to perform at its best level, regardless of the result, whether we're 5 goals down or 5 goals up. In that moment, we've just gone down to 10 men. I needed to change the system. I needed Moy Caicedo to go to right back. And rather than me scream and shout above a lot of people in the stadium, the best thing to do is to show him and get the note across to him. I'm aware, like, if I don't win at this football club as the manager, and if we don't win as a team, I'm very aware now that anything goes, you know. So.
Does it surprise you that is being scrutinised by many experts? How do you deal with criticism?
It doesn't affect me. It doesn't affect me. I'm aware of it. Of course, it's my job to be aware of what's being said about the football club, about my team. Am I surprised? No. The level, maybe. But the reality now is that I need to help this club and I need to help my players perform to win games of football. And if I don't, then maybe if I breathe wrong or sneeze wrong, or it's going to be spoken about.
Yeah, I told you that.
I do feel for him. I just feel as though he's always putting out fires.
But remember I said that to you about, regardless of the result, the scoreline, it's tactical what he's doing. Do you know what I mean? And I said that to you the other day.
I know, but and I took the mickey on yesterday's show, right? But, you know, I mean, his answer's bang on the money. Of course, he needs to tell his players what to do with 1 minute to go, with 10 minutes to go.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter, right? What he wrote down.
What goal?
Do you want to tell me about it or not?
Yeah, I mean, I can't quite see him scored it. It was Dominguez that scored it. Really good goal for Forest. Lovely header, by the way.
Hold on, let's go live to the stadium, shall we? Midtjylland taking on Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest dropped 9 first-teamers in this one because they got such a big game against Spurs at the weekend. So you would have thought they would struggle. That's not the case, is it, Darren Bent?
No, it's not. It's 1-0 to Nottingham Forest. It's a really good goal from Dominguez, but they work it really well. It's a lovely cross into the box, and then it's Milenkovic who gets his head to it, and he just leaves it in an area. And Dominguez, he doesn't try and head it as hard as he can. He almost just lofts it, loops it into that far corner. Goalkeeper can't get there. It drops just under the bar into the goal. Really good goal from Nottingham Forest, and it's 1-0.
That's the only place that ball could have gone, so the keeper wouldn't have got it.
Exactly that.
That's a great
backward, great cross from backward. Though.
Yeah, just a quick word about Liam Rossini.
Yeah, no, I feel for him because he's one of those managers where he's trying to do the right thing, and everything he does just gets questioned because we haven't seen it before.
If they win 1-0,
yeah,
people go, well, it wasn't 2 or 3-0, was it?
Yeah, and you're going to get Chelsea fans that are saying that, just like, no, I don't care how well he does, he's just not for me.
Yeah, he's got to win the Premier League. It's a little bit like Benitez when he went to Chelsea, right?
Yeah, he won the Europa League as well.
I know, but it doesn't matter what he did.
They were never ever going to accept him.
Didn't want him. Still to come, we'll be joined by Kevin Atchard for a bit of drive. Well, first for a bit of no Googling. Last night, Newcastle's Anthony Elanga became just the second player to score twice for an English club in the Champions League game at the Nou Camp. Can you name the other? Good question. The answer to that and more coming up live on Drive and talkSPORT after this.
How do you feel that Jamie's wearing your mask? How do you feel about that?
I can't even see him. I can't see him.
I haven't got the mask on. I haven't got the mask on.
Fully got
can't
it on.
see it.
Breathing in there the lot.
Do you know what? All I can say is I wish I had the mask on now.
To be fair, you look like Ange.
It's just who we are, mate.
Your team play like
Seriously
Ange.
though, mate.
Is this it? Can we end it
Rosenior,
now?
mate, you've turned into a meme club, you are.
Can
You're
we
a
end
meme
this
club.
interview now?
No.
Hold on. Say that again.
You've turned into a meme football club.
I remember. I mean, the last week, I don't think I've ever known a week like it, right? So you go back to Wednesday of last week and 74 minutes on the clock, and you think about what's happened. Conceded 5 goals in 30 minutes.
Slap.
Jesus Christ. Listen,
has anyone seen Candy? Dennis Wise.
Right, okay, hold on.
Solar.
Yeah, hold on.
Listen, what's that? Who's that?
No. No, leave it, man. Leave it. No, leave it. No, I'm doing it. No.
But did you think you would come from 3-0 down? Did he think he'd come from 3-0 down?
He was confident. It was encouraging signs, he said.
You're
Encouraging signs.
PSG.
I'm a United fan.
He's a bloody United fan.
Hey!
Don't swear.
Come on, boys. Listen, at the end of the day.
Hold on, who are you playing in the Champions League?
No, listen. Who's going to play next year? Who's going to play next year?
Champions League. I'm getting sick of United fans.
Well, after Enzo Fernandez said we'll see when asked about whether he'll stay at Chelsea next season, Liam Rosenior says he's had a word.
He made it really, really clear to me how happy he is here at this club, how much he wants to win, how passionate he is for us to be successful. And he also said that in translation and in emotion, things get misconstrued in what he said. He's fully committed to this group. He's fully committed to win here at this football club.
Elsewhere, the referee chiefs of Europe's top leagues have been summoned to the UEFA headmaster's office for a reset meeting about VAR. Roberto Rossetti, the head of UEFA's referees, says we've forgotten the reason why VAR was introduced and reckons it's interfering too much. Meanwhile, is Arne Slot's job still in the balance despite a quarter-final place in the Champions League?
You have to judge the season on its whole.
Yeah.
And if at the end of the season you've got knocked out in the quarterfinals of the Champions League by PSG and you don't finish inside the top 5 of the Premier League, what do you think Liverpool fans will think of that?
Now, the Iranian Football Federation says they have no intention of pulling out of the World Cup, but they will boycott America, despite all 3 of their group games having been scheduled there. Igor Tudor has been charged by the FA after comments he made about the referee Thomas Bramall following defeat at Fulham. Tudor accused Bramall of being a home referee. There's more at talkSPORT.com.
So I have to listen to the Stones again. Forgot how much I love them. It's driving talkSPORT, me Andy Goldstein Darren Bent alongside. The answer to the question: Newcastle's Anthony Elanga became the second player to score twice for an English club in the Champions League game at the Nou Camp. Who's the other?
English player. Who do you play for?
Man United. Hold on, one English player. Hold on. Hold on. Newcastle became just the second player to score twice for an English club. There you go.
Oh, he played Man United?
Yeah.
Was he part of a lethal strike force?
Yeah.
So it's Cole or York then?
That's right. And I've just given you a clue as to which one it is.
Because you said, Dwight York.
Is the right answer.
Them two are unbelievable.
They were, yeah. For us at 7, Natalie Sawyer hosts live commentary of Villa against Lille in the Europa League. And it's half-time in the early kick-off. Forest, they're currently leading 1-0 over on talkSPORT 2. Ian Abrahams is watching Palace against Larnaca in the Conference League. And he can tell us about the first 45. Moose.
Half-time, Larnaca 0, Palace 1. Good start by Palace, rewarded in the 14th minute. Ismaila Sarr scoring. Wharton's through ball from halfway, headed into the path of Sarr by one of the Larnaca players. Sarr rounded the goalkeeper and stuck it into an empty net. His 4th goal in the competition. Thought he had his 5th as well 9 minutes later when he headed home from a ball in from the left-hand side, but it was disallowed rightly for offside. And right on half-time, the keeper for Larnaca, who was brilliant last week at Selhurst, saved on the line from the Croix from a header from a Wharton corner. Palace 45 minutes away from the quarter-finals. At half-time, Larnaca 0, Palace 1, same score on aggregate.
Thank you for that, Moose. Right.
No worries.
Let's look ahead now to it with our friends at Enterprise Rent-A-Car. I think that's meant to be European football, yeah.
European football preview on talkSPORT with Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Whatever it is, we're here for it.
And that means it's time for this.
Drive worldwide. Why?
Yeah, time for Drive Worldwide, where we take a look at some of the biggest talking points from across the world. Football. Joining us now is our European football expert, guru, legend, and catchphrase superstar, as we say. Hello and good evening to Kevin Hatchard.
How are we, chaps? You well?
Yeah, good. Oh, do you know what? He changed up the angle here.
Another angle. Trying to find the best angle. What's happening?
I'm keeping you guessing. I don't want you to get upset every week, so I'm just occasionally, changing it around for you.
You've got more angles than a protractor. Where are we now? We're in the other corner, right? Looking at the door.
We're in the other.
Oh, I see. I see what you've done. I see what you've done. I can't see the light switch.
Yeah.
Very good.
It's all for you, really. I'm
Very
just trying
good.
to help you.
Very good. I'm pleased you've done that. How are you, Kev? Are you all right? You well?
Yeah, really good.
Good.
Really good.
Right. Where should we start? Let's have a little look at tonight's action across the talkSPORT network, shall we? Aston Villa, they're at home to Lille. It's live on talkSPORT 8 p.m. They've got a 1-0 lead to protect. How do you expect Unai Emery to approach this one, Kev?
Yeah, I mean, it was a good result, last week to get that 1-0 lead. Lille are a good side that have been hit and miss this season. There was a spell where Bruno Genesio, the coach, had been linked with potentially walking away because he was getting increasingly frustrated by how up and down the performances were. And you've got to bear in mind, this is a team that last season in the Champions League were able to get home wins against both Atletico Madrid and Real Madrid. But they've lost some key players, lost the goalkeeper, Chevalier. They lost Jonathan David as well. Edon Jagrova, who was a very good winger for them, is at Juventus now. So they've lost some key players. Villa, of course, have struggled recently because of the injuries to Tielemans and Camara in midfield. I mean, that's absolutely enormous. You lose arguably your two best midfielders, and that's going to cause a problem. But that was a really good result. And Lille's record, I generally don't like to look at clubs' records away at a certain country, but theirs in England is absolutely abysmal. So that will give Villa a bit of a boost, I think.
Yeah, Kev, I've got to speak to you now about the Champions League and the English sides. I mean, only Arsenal and Liverpool made it through to the last 8. First of all, did that surprise you that, I know probably not because of the results in the first leg, but seeing 6 teams qualify and only 2 get through, did that surprise you?
Not massively. I think they were all tight. They were all, when you looked at it, tight ties, but they didn't work out that way. So Newcastle, for example, thought 3/4 of the tie pretty competitive, but conceded that goal from the penalty right at the end of the first half last night, and then just got taken to the cleaners, and that can happen against Barcelona. But, I thought they played pretty well, but Barca went through with the firepower that they have. You look at Chelsea, PSG were outstanding in front of goal. Chelsea, first 70 minutes of the first leg looked good, 2-2, looked as though they might get a third, and then just fell apart. So what you're up against, really, it's not as simple as the Premier League versus Liga, the Premier League versus La Liga. What you're talking about is the big hitters from those particular leagues generally. And obviously Spurs' situation, they're a bit of a mess in general.
Kev, you mentioned them there, PSG. Now, I remember last season when they played Arsenal in the group phase. If you'd have said to me they'd win the Champions League, I'd say absolutely no chance. Are they reminding you about what they did last season in terms of group phase was okay, but now all of a sudden it looks like they've got all their players back fit, and now they're almost kind of purring like they did last season at the exact same stage?
Yeah, we've been waiting for them to catch fire, and I didn't think they were very impressive against Monaco in the previous rounds. I thought Monaco, actually, considering they had a man sent off in each of the first, the first leg and the second leg, actually pushed them close, and were only one fast potential header away from forcing extra time. So they weren't great in that. But what they showed was their individual quality against Chelsea. And when you've got guys like Kvaratskhelia, Barcola, you've got the quality coming from midfield, you've got Dembele. I mean, that goal Dembele scores in the first leg against Chelsea, it's just outrageous. And that shows why he won the Ballon d'Or. So when you got that kind of firepower, I haven't even mentioned Doué, who single-handedly turned around that first leg against Monaco. So even when they're not quite at it, they've got that individual quality that can get them through.
Right, so we've got quarterfinals of Sporting against Arsenal, PSG Liverpool, Real Madrid Bayern, and Barca Atletico. Give me the winners of each tie.
Barca Atletico, I think, will be close, but I think Barcelona have learnt a lot from that Copa del Rey semi-final, and I think Barca this time around will just have a bit too much for them.
Okay.
I think they will play Arsenal, but I don't think it's as straightforward as some people might think it is, because this is a proper sporting team. Obviously, it's the Gyökeres Clasico, but even without him, they've done well this season. They've got Luis Suarez, not that one.
I was going to say, what?
Not that one. No, he's been doing really well. He's been scoring lots and lots of goals. So they've had a striker there, and they've got Trincao, and they've got Pedro Gonçalves. They've got lots of quality. They absolutely overwhelmed Bodo Glimt in that second leg. So going to the Alvalade is not easy, but I think Arsenal do get through there. I think Bayern will have too much for Real Madrid.
Wow.
Real Madrid have had an exceptional record against Bayern down the years. And under Thomas Tuchel, Bayern came really close to knocking them out, and Real Madrid found a way. Joselu got the goals, and that was it. So I think they go through, and with Liverpool, what we saw against Galatasaray is what happens when they click in attack, but they still miss loads of chances. I still think they're a bit too vulnerable. And I think they could trouble PSG, but I just think over the two legs, there are too many flaws in that Liverpool team right now for them to knock out PSG. But, we'll see if I'm proved wrong on that one.
Okay. Well, Kev, you mentioned Bayern there, and of course we've got to talk about Harry Kane then. 50 Champions League goals in just 66 games, which is absolutely phenomenal. Are they still absolutely loving him over there? And I guess the question is, he's always going to be compared to Lewandowski because they're two great strikers. Are any Bayern fans starting to think maybe he's a little bit better, or does it come down to the fact that Lewandowski won the Champions League and it's as simple as that?
I think it's more about just how long Lewandowski was there. I mean, you look at those monumental records that he was able to set, the sheer weight of goals that he scored, but Kane is not going anywhere in a hurry. He's going to be there for a while. And the rate of goal scoring stacks up against Lewandowski, no doubt about it. I mean, I think only Haaland and Van Nistelrooy got to 50 quicker in the Champions League. I mean, that's just extraordinary, really. And it's the fact that he's, yes, he scores penalties, fine, but he scores absolute bangers as well. I mean, you look at that goal last night when he turns away from two on the edge of the area and finds the top corner. This is a guy playing his best ever football. This is a guy who, when he does have injury problems, Bayern can protect him, and they've got others who can come in, so they're not having to drive him into the ground and make him play, even though I'm sure he'd want to play every game. So he's in the perfect place to play his best football, and you would hope that for England, come the end of the season, he's still going to be in great shape because, they have that situation where even though he plays a lot of football, if he's not quite there, company will take him out.
Who do you think has been better than Kev? If you had to pick one, Lewandowski or Kane, for their time at Bayern, not lifetime achievement award, just for at Bayern.
I mean, if you were gonna kind of go on rate, and if you were gonna go on, what they've done, if it was the same number of games, I'd go Kane. Okay. And I think the other thing to say as well is that both actually have been in incredible teams. The guys around them. I look at the guys around Kane. You know, you look at Olise, you look at Diaz, you look at Musiala, and Musiala's barely played this season. Lennart Karl, who's just got in the Germany squad. Gnabry, Kimmich behind them. It's an amazing team. I genuinely think if you look at the whole Champions League and the whole of Europe right now, I think Bayern have the best attack and Arsenal have the best defence. And they may well go head-to-head in that final.
Okay. Let's hope they don't win it. Right, as in Arsenal, not Bayern Munich. Just a quick word about Neymar. He has been left out of the Brazil squad. The coach, Carlo Ancelotti, said that he's not 100% fit at the moment. Are you surprised that he's not made the squad? And do you think his chances of playing in the World Cup are small? Or do you think it's a guarantee that he'll definitely make the squad for the World Cup?
I don't think it's a guarantee. I think it's a smart thing for Ancelotti to do because with Neymar comes noise. And if he's got Neymar as part of the squad, but he's not playing him, or he's only bringing him on for a couple of minutes here and there, all the narrative's going to be about, you know, how much is Neymar going to play and should he be in the 11 and what have you. But he's playing for Santos at the moment. He needs to get fully fit. He needs to prove that he can compete at that level. I think he's done the right thing by going back to Brazilian football, and that it's an enormous coup for Brazilian football to have brought him back. But let's not forget that Al Hilal left him out of their squad because the fitness just hadn't been good enough. So he's been very unlucky with injuries. Ancelotti has a lot of quality players at his disposal. I thought it was interesting what Vinicius Junior said, because he was put in quite an awkward situation and asked what he thought about the decision. And he said, look, I'm sure we could use him if he's fit, but you have to trust Carlo Ancelotti. And, you know, Vinicius Junior, of course, Ancelotti's been such a mentor for him and a support for him. So he was never going to go against Ancelotti, but I think it's the pragmatic thing to do.
Kev, always a pleasure and an honour. Thanks so much for coming on. You're looking well. I like the new angle as well, so makes you look more handsome. And we'll speak to you in a bit.
Oh, well, I'll stick with it then.
Yeah, you got that Hollywood sheen to it now. I like it. Have a good one. We'll speak to you in a bit, Kev.
Cheers, chaps.
Thanks. There you go. The superstar that is Kevin Atchell. That was a look at tonight's European action with our friends at Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Whatever it is, they're here for it.
European football preview on talkSPORT with Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Here for it. Book now at enterprise.co.uk.
One more Billy will be in the studio for the end of show quiz, but not before we get Aston Villa's team news. They're in action tonight in Europe, and of course that will be coming up right after this.
Feel that Arne Slot is getting his excuses in early before they meet PSG?
I just think that ultimately Liverpool have had a great result and well done them. And you know, people suggesting that Arne Slot was under pressure for this game, they come out and smashed Galatasaray.
Right.
Fantastic. But I don't like managers building in some comfort zone into... There's no need to build up PSG as a boogeyman. There's every suggestion that you shouldn't be sitting there on television like I was advocating for a moment ago saying, we're going to smash PSG, because I know that puts you as a hostage to fortune.
Right.
But there's no need to start building in how good PSG are, what they are and what they're not. Who cares? How good are you and what do you do? And there's no need to build in the fact that you're playing Brighton on Saturday at 12:30, because, by the way, Brighton haven't got the same sort of squad as you got.
All right.
So,
I mean, but surely last night against Galatasaray, it was a near-perfect performance. Is that not what Liverpool fans worldwide have been calling out for? And is it going to go anyway to calming the Slot sceptics, of whom there are many? Ian, big Liverpool fan, you're first up again. What would you like to say? Good morning.
Hi, lads. Okay.
Good,
yeah,
Ian.
I totally agree with Simon.
he's getting like a buffer in place there before we play them. He shouldn't be saying things like that. We should just, we're playing PSG. They're a good side. They won it last year. But at the end of the day, you know, we're Liverpool Football Club. And what we've got to do is just get at them and the same type of tempo we played last night. That's what we need even more. So I totally agree with Simon. Sometimes in some of his language he says on the interviews, it does sound like he's getting excuses an early, and it gets on my nerves. You know, he fails to realise he's managing one of the biggest clubs in the world.
Welcome back to Drive on talkSPORT. It's me, Andy Goldstein. Darren Bent here. Now, Crystal Palace have gotten their second half against Larnaca underway. Ian Abrahams can tell us more. He's watching for talkSPORT. Moose?
4 minutes of the second half gone. Still Larnaca 0, Palace 1. That Ismaila Sarr goal in the 14th minute separating the two sides. No changes at half-time. No chances to either side in the second half. So Palace are edging closer to a quarter-final, which at the moment would be against Fiorentina, who are ahead in their tie. The winners of the game between Fiorentina and Recco play against Palace. And Palace at the moment coming forward have a one-goal lead. Sarr actually might go all the way here. Edge of the box shot is blocked. It's still Larnaca 0, Palace 1. 1-0 on aggregate to the Eagles.
Good work, thank you. Now, before we beat up one more Billy, a reminder, talkSPORT Drive have been nominated for an award. Yeah, we have. I don't know how, but we have. We need your help. We're up for Best Radio Talk Show at the Television and Radio Industry Awards. This is a biggie, apparently. The public decides. That's you who wins it. Now, you're the best public in the world, so make sure you vote for us. To vote for Me and Benty, just head to poll, P-O-L-L, -trick, TRIC.org.uk. poll-trick.org.uk. Select talkSPORT Drive as best radio talk show host. And if you do that, I'll win a trophy. How great would that be? One more Billy's in the studio. Big part of our show.
Oh, cheers.
Said no one. Agrees 5 minutes of work every day.
All right, lads.
How's your day been?
Really good, actually.
What have you been doing today? I went into the studio, into the, what's it called, the office.
Yeah.
I see you watching Gladiators with Eureka Johnson and John Frashley from like the 90s. What are you doing watching that?
Oh, I just love it. You know, I saw Diamond at Soccer Aid last year, so I'm watching all the old episodes from episode 1 now.
You know, she wasn't born then, you know.
Lightning and Jet. There you go.
Yeah, I'm working away.
Who's your favourite?
Panther. Who's your favourite?
Who's my favourite?
From the one you saw Soccer Aid?
Diamond.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think she's injured, you know. I think she's done like a bad injury, like cruciate or something.
We wish her well.
Yeah, certainly.
We wish her well.
Yeah.
I'd like to see her wrestle you. She'd snap you like a pencil. Right, should we do the end of show quiz?
Yeah.
What are we doing, Bill?
A bit of guess the intro.
Oh, I love this.
Haven't done it this week.
No, we
so
haven't. Okay.
Got a few songs each.
Do you want to explain the rules?
Yeah, you'll hear maybe like a beat or a second of a song.
Yeah.
And need the artist in the song for a point. No half points.
Oh, I like that, Bill.
No half
Look
points.
at artists, I like that, Bill.
Bill's getting...
And it goes on offer.
Oh!
Bill's he's making it up as he goes along.
Who wants to go first?
Who do you want to go first, Bill?
Come on, Bill, just mix it up.
Andy, you're first.
Yeah,
on the
fine.
list,
Okay,
so-
no problem. Yeah,
I'll take it
it's your
first.
list, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'll
fine.
take it personally.
Okay.
You ready?
Yep.
Here we go.
Jeez, that's good, that, Jack.
Walking on Sunshine, Susie and the Banshees, Bangles, whatever it's called.
Well, it's not, it's either right or it's wrong.
It's Walking on Sunshine.
It's not by Susie and the, is it?
Katrina in the Waves.
So she gets no points for that.
No half points in this game.
I've got it, though. I've got the song.
Yeah. Benny, you ready?
Dizzy Rascal. If I'm not on my own.
Play the whole album, yeah, Jack?
Dance with me?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Play the whole album, though, yeah?
Featuring Calvin Harris, technically, but I'll give you it.
Well, I didn't finish yet. You jumped in. Dizzy Rascal. What's up, darling?
You play the whole album, yeah? Good work.
1-0.
Okay.
And you ready?
Album. He gets the album, I'll get it. Yeah. Go on.
Here we go.
Take time. I know what that is.
Oh, what a goal. Ryan Yates, what a goal that is. Wow.
Hold on. Oh, I know what that is, though. That's Bruce Springsteen, Born to Run.
Correct.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Right. While we are waiting for the next one, follow us at 7. Natalie Troy hosts live commentary of Villa against Lille in the Europa League. Team used for that is in. Sam Matterface can confirm.
Yes. Could also confirm Born to Run 2 seconds before you did.
Well, no. He can't confirm the same one with the line. We'll continue while we get that line sorted out.
It was. He confirmed it was Born to Run.
Yeah, okay, fine. Yeah.
It was. Yeah.
1-1.
Whose goes it?
Mine.
Benty, you ready?
Right, Money Trees, Kendrick Lamar.
Correct.
Well done, 2-1.
2-1.
What's his goal from Brian Yates, by the way?
You want to describe it because people can't see when you say what?
Yeah, so Ryan Yates basically outside of the box, I'd say about 20 yards out, takes it onto his left foot, right to left, and then smash it back across the goalkeeper.
Unbelievable hit.
Great finish, yeah.
Unbelievable hit.
You ready for round 3?
Yeah. Full
Andy,
minute.
here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jack, keep playing the whole song.
Streets. And I go out every day and I look in your face. Dry your eyes, mate, or whatever it's called. Dry your eyes. Cry your eyes.
Dry your eyes by the streets. I'll give you that.
Oh, you're just giving out points now, yeah?
Oh, come on, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you were there. You were there. Ben, you ready?
Yeah. One more time. It's that tune, isn't it?
Well, what's it called?
Could be that, yeah.
Come on, if you don't get this, we're level. Oi.
It's one more time, and it's
Right,
by
quickly.
Calvin Harris.
No, Daft Punk.
Right.
One more time.
So we've got one each left.
Yeah. 2.
Right.
Is it 2-2?
Yeah. Decider.
And here we go.
Quick, Jack.
Song now.
Yeah, I don't know. Last night I met a
He doesn't know, Bill.
I can't tell. I know the song, but I can't tell you who it's by.
That was Matthew Wilder, Break My Stride.
Yeah, I'm never going to get that. Ain't
Benny.
nothing going to break. That's the Tool advert one, isn't it?
Benty for the win, Benty.
I've won already. That is TLC, Waterfalls.
I would have got that.
It is.
I would have got that.
Don't go chasing waterfalls.
Let it play out, Jack. That's us done. Lots of live football coming your way. And, of course, the boys on the Sports Bar from 10:15 will be taking your calls. Make sure you vote for us. Make sure you vote for us. The link for that is on my Insta page, Andy Goldstein 05. Boys at 10:15 on the Sports Bar. Take your calls. Have a lovely evening. Be safe, everyone. Be safe.
Eddie Howe, you might not have seen it yet, but the Newcastle game was brilliant. Barcelona, I loved it.
Yeah.
I couldn't get enough of it at half time. And then it went pear-shaped. Of course it did. But Adrian was getting a bit animated, as he does, and he said, that's it, Eddie's got a hand in his resignation. I'm like, whoa. It was some game, by the way. I mean, some game.
Yeah.
And also, Pep we're hearing today that Pep will make up his future, his mind up, after the cup final at the weekend. Are they premature here, both of them? If that's, I don't think Eddie's going to do it anyway. But
no, I mean, it ended up a horrendous night for Newcastle. I was the same as you, mate. I sat and watched it before the Liverpool game. Couldn't take my eyes off it, mate. First half in particular. I mean, it was just end-to-end stuff. But we knew that the way it was going to be. You know, with Barcelona.